do this.
Okay, so we're gonna try something new. Like I said, I'm not sure what'll happen. Never tried this before, but okay. So last week, not last session, we left off in a state of peril as as you guys had seen through your communication stones a site of warfare, a site of destruction and horror, in which the sky fleet of the High Elves, led by King Lothrelian, whom you'd only met for a little while previously, had an unfortunate encounter with a dragon. And there you saw in the vision the Escalio, King Lothrelian's flagship, surrounded by a dozen ships of various size and purpose, being launching an attack against the flame dragon Zerebor. What they didn't know, however, was that Zerebor was not alone in the attack, and the might of the Elven assault might have brought Zerebor down if it were not for his companion, the true threat in this situation. The goddess herself in human form, Tiamat, mother of dragons. And with her presence there, the elven ships began to burn and fall from the sky. Most of you are in Westfane, I believe. Elwyn was working out something with Caliota. He had purchased a rune that could record video, basically, images and sounds. You guys were dealing with your process of recovering from having fought against Quinglon in the plains of Rapnesh.
Totally forgot about that, like, completely.
Yeah, I don't remember what you were doing with it, but I have it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was streaming
He was
or
giving
was
it to the
just recording.
mage. He was gonna give that nifty sensor to the mage to bring with him when he came to help me.
Ah, that's right. That's right.
A mage was coming to you.
Secret agent man.
Yeah, I don't know whether it was like a streaming service or whether it was just recording for playback later.
All I'll say is if it counts as a sensor of any kind, it will not function in my mansion.
And you, Adis, were inside your mansion, and you were working away. Actually,
project.
honestly, yeah, on your project, which is.
I have a note of it.
Creating creating a small army of, for yourself there.
Yeah, 14 so far.
Renly, you had talked to Antari Saber, who was rapidly rushing through the air northwards towards the location of the skirmish, or the battle between Tiamat and the elves. You got a call from King Lothrelian, and
I am still waiting. I'm like, kind of like tapping on the sending stone, like, Elwyn, when are you back? I have no spells above 5th level. Elwyn.
Okay.
What's up?
Oh, I'm waiting for you to return so we may teleport so Lothrelian doesn't die.
Just kidding. I'm not here. Please leave a message, and I'll get back to you.
You dick!
And then, Adis, we left off with you inside your mansion, working, and you hear a voice, and in the corner of the room you see this individual. Okay?
Was Deimos doing chimichanga duty, or what was he doing?
I don't remember what Deimos was doing. He left early, so he was just like, he's probably hanging out with you, Renly. Let's just say he's hanging out with you.
Alrighty.
I also have 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah, because you didn't stay up you didn't rest the last night.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's where we left off. Things are turning dire, because if you recall, your armies had not had a chance yet to congregate and work together. The The dwarves are still in the plains of Taswan, moving towards Mistrala. The Dragonborn and the Goliaths are on the west of Rapnesh, having landed their ships and are going to move towards Kent. Most of King Tyrell's forces are in Mistrala, but many of them still remain far to the south in Westvane. The Elven Sky Fleet has been struck from the sky by Tiamat. The mages of Mistrala are still entombed beneath the earth, and that's kind of where we left off. And you know that the demons have begun to set up portals all around, or have been sent out, and are setting up these summoning portals where they can siphon forces off to different places. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to Adis, having this conversation in your...
Yeah, we'll have to start it over, since last session we were playing it like I didn't know who he was.
Okay.
Because I thought I didn't.
Okay. So you are there inside your mansion, studiously laboring. You've been laboring for hours now on your project, trying in some way to amass enough forces to be of value in this war that you guys are rapidly losing hold of. And you hear this voice come to you from the corner. Hi, laddie. What are you doing there?
What does it look like?
Looks like you're trying to build an army.
You're smaller than the last time I saw you.
Well, sometimes we revert to the forms that are most comfortable to us. After all, I was like this for thousands of years.
That is true. Can totally feel you on that one.
His eyes kind of pierce at you as he seems to be looking through, just kind of gazing.
I'm probably
at you
like
and
half
analyzing.
conscious right now.
Yeah, you're drifting in and out. He says, I've seen some of what has happened. It's not looking good, is it?
Not so much. The elves were stupid, like elven. Well, the elves were arrogant, like elves are prone to do, and got themselves, destroyed.
Aye. He says,
What's up? You feeling better?
I am, and my sight has returned.
Nice.
And I know for a fact that if we plan to have a chance in this here war, we will need the elves.
But they're
Not
already
much
dead.
I have seen.
But aren't they already dead? They're like ships blown up.
He says, perhaps not.
Well, as you can see, I'm not really in any condition to be, and I'm in like robot mode right now. Like, not really any condition to do much about what happened to the elves at the moment, as you can clearly see.
He says, would you like to be able to help the elves?
Only if they fire their diplomat, I say, with a slight hint of seriousness. Because he's a racist douchebag. I say it with a slur. I'm like, he's a racist douchebag.
He says, you see, my powers are different from anything you've seen before.
Oh, that is so true.
I was unable to truly reveal to you their extent. But what I learned in my journeys through the plains, and eventually through time itself, as I looked back and peered into the histories, is that I had been granted a gift, limited in its scope. But now that I am well, I am able to apply it with pinpointed efforts. And I have seen in the past, I have seen a thing that perhaps might might be able to remedy the situation with the elves.
Ooh.
I might be able to help you change it. It will take all my power to enact this change. Whether or not or to begin to enact this change, whether or not it completes, is up to you.
Well, that brings us to the next important question.
Aye.
Do you think they're worth saving?
He says, there is much nobility in the elven race, and much pride. But to tell you this war cannot be won without their aid.
Alright. So what do we gotta do?
He says, you, Adis.
That's my name.
Yes. You need to look back with me. Back through time.
Ooh, this could be interesting. I'm game.
There was a moment when the elves gained their abilities, gained their soaring through the skies, but they missed something of great key. If you can affect that, if you can change that occurrence, and perhaps the ripples through the past might alter what is going on today.
Alright. I'm down to give it a try. So what do I gotta do?
He says,
I mean, I might need to rest first.
he says, oh, you cannot travel in time. No one can. What you
I
can
thought
do,
we were just looking.
aye, is send a bit of our will back. It'll take, yes, my power is to observe. My power is to watch. It'll take all I have to be able to send a thought across time. Or should I say, to allow you to send a thought.
Okay.
Are you willing?
Sure. I'm down.
Then let me take you a time. Centuries past. And as he mentions this, you can see his shape begin to grow to become fuzzy, to like, which is like he's half in the shadows anyway, and with your sleep plagued eyes, you know, your night vision, you don't have night vision here, but your light vision, your ability to perceive him was kind of dull to begin with, but he begins to fade slowly in the back, and you do see, and what you do see coming back to you as the room begins to like dissolve around you, are the glowing eyes of Befinzor staring at you from the small dwarven frame. He says, take you back to a time when the elves discovered a relic past. They found, 1 second here.
God damn it, it is. Why do you get all the NPC adventures? Throws the table.
I'm like, if I could actually. Be
because you guys get all
emoji.
the pimp. Because you guys get all the pimp items, so I get all the pimp conversations.
You have the pimp items. You just lost
No,
them.
he took them all away. Remember?
Yes, exactly. You got them and then you lost them. That's not our fault.
Flipping table emoji. What's this look like? It's this thing right here. Funny. Alright. He says, when they found the High Squall Citadel, the apex of creation from an eon past, one left over from the Gemini twin deities before Malchior ascended his throne. Okay. So, what I need you guys to do is roll a new character. All three of you.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say, yeah, then you roll over in like worry and anxiety before responding. Okay, fine.
No. So we're rolling level 11 characters.
Woo!
Okay. Adis, you
Okay.
are rolling a sorcerer
All right.
of your own type, of however you want to run it. But I'm probably gonna reskin some of the abilities. Okay.
Okay.
So you start working on that.
All right.
Elwin, I need you to roll me a warrior or a fighter of some kind. Or it could be like a melee powered rogue, but someone that's powerful in melee combat.
So paladin or fighter or somebody.
Yeah. Renly, I need you to be...
An animated carpet.
No. I need you to be... Let's see, what should you be? You could actually... Not a druid. A druid wouldn't work. A bard would not work. But something pretty badass. I'll let you... do you have a preference of what you might roll?
I have no idea. Let me roll the dice and choose based on that. So not bard, and we already have paladin. So I won't pick Cleric because Deimos is in honor of Deimos, who is not with us today. So let's see. I hate monks.
Can I do?
Well, I don't hate monks. Oh, perfect. Okay, then I will check out. What do you call it?
So this is
Yeah,
level
that way I
11.
can just.
4, 5.
What'd you say, Elwin?
That way I can just like hit stuff and not have to worry about too much shit.
Yeah. You're doing what are you doing? A monk or a pal? What'd you say?
Monk.
Monk? Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Something's wrong. I can't open this sheet for the new character I created.
Which one did you create? Hold on, you created a bunch of them. Hold on.
Double click it.
I'm a
did.
wizard. Oh god.
Elwin, 8 is here. Let me... Hold on. Delete. Delete. Okay, make a new one.
Oh, there we go. All right, cool.
Okay. Alright, so you guys work on that.
And you
And
said
I'm
a
gonna
sorcerer?
Yes. And I'm
Do we
going to
roll
start... Yes, roll stats.
How do we do that again? I don't know very well.
46, drop the lowest.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys
6
start working
times
that.
or 5 times? 6 times or 7 times?
6 times.
Okay.
Let me do this.
I'll let them roll there so there's not as much confusion.
And I am done. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give you names, so you don't give yourselves names. Or personalities or anything. You're just rolling traits and stats and abilities
okay,
and
okay.
that kind of stuff, okay?
Alright.
Alrighty.
I'll switch my picture when you tell me my name.
Yeah. You can also choose 2 magic items from the DMG of reasonable level, like a level 11 character would have.
So, what item? Sorry, I was typing down numbers.
Any standard items and 2 magic items of appropriate level.
What rarity then? Like very rare, rare,
Up to very rare.
very rare? Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna work on my thing, and hopefully this works, because it might not.
This is exciting.
And any questions you have, please feel free to bring them up.
Alright, you just double checking. You said, did you specify a race? Or
Oh,
does it not
elves.
matter?
You're all elves.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all elves. Okay. Any particular kind of elves? High elves?
High elves.
Oh, okay. Okay, if anyone else needs to roll,
46 dropped the lowest, right?
Correct.
Sorcerer is charisma based, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
18 for charisma.
So I have a 16, a 13.
I have 136 strength. No, I'm just kidding.
14. Oh, these are good.
Oh wow, look at those rolls, man.
I'm half doing this because a story idea popped up to me, and also because I didn't want to advance the main storyline too much without Deimos being there. It's coming to a fairly critical spot.
That is awesome, actually.
And also because, like I said, interesting idea. Elwin, are you male or female? Elf.
I was gonna be female, but whatever you want. No,
That's fine.
I don't mind.
Did you have a picture? Let me see.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
we
the
can
one
use that
on there.
picture. That's fine. That'll work.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright. Weezy an elf. And you said we're high elves?
Yes.
Ching. Classes. Oh, we need background.
Were there any Elven high elf feats in Xanathar's? I feel like there was a high elf magic one or something.
I don't have that, but if you guys have a copy of it, you're welcome to incorporate them.
Let's see, I have it right here. Elven Accuracy.
Okay.
Increase your dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma by 1, and you have advantage on attack rolls using dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. You can reroll one of the dice once. Oh, whenever you have advantage.
Okay, and that's a +1, so that's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, the one you're talking about was Wood Elf Magic. Oh, there's a Fate Teleportation?
Yeah, it's like Misty Step, I think.
Yeah, you get Misty Step every short or long rest, and you increase your intelligence or charisma by 1.
I see.
Other than that, it's just the Wood Elf magic or the Drow Health magic. $11. How many stat bumps is it?
You get one at 4 or 5, I think. 5,
One at
8.
4,
or
one at
5
8.
and 10.
It
Yeah, 1 at
depends
4, 1
on
at
which
8.
class you are. If you're a fighter, you'll get more.
Correct.
And I think Rogue also will get extra, or they'll get that special resilient, that constant, your skill is awesome, Rogue. Everything is awesome for them, yeah, at 11.
Yeah, 4th, 8th, 12th. Okay, so just 2.
So I get to play Elwin this episode.
No one can play Elwin. He's a fire god, or some kind of god. You play a pleb.
No, he's the fire god of the sky toilet. I'm the fire god of the sky courtyard.
For simplicity purposes, and plus, since my wisdom is low, I'm going to take Arcana and Investigation. Oh, I forgot about war magic.
Did you say horror magic?
War, not whore.
Oh.
People! Okay, I'll take war magic. I've never done that before.
Yeah, you have fun with that horror magic.
Shut up.
That'd be a completely different kind of D&D game.
I swear.
There's a book for that.
I know there is.
Oh, what's the title of it? I forget. It's from like 2nd ed, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a copy of it somewhere. Or PDF of it.
Do we have any backstory as to who these people are? Like, like where they grew up, or any kind of thing to help funnel or guide our growth?
I think we're totally pulling a Stargate here.
Oh god.
So Renly, your character is let me see here. So you're a wizard. Elven wizard, high-ranking in the arcane circles within the Elven, basically combat magic, kind of, or support magic.
Alrighty.
Realm. It's wartime, so your cloister has been deployed to support various armed, basically divisions and battalions, that kind of thing.
All right.
So you're basically the magic user that accompanies a battalion of warriors.
Alrighty.
Adis, you are a high-ranking, officer of great nobility in your battalion, commander of this whole it's not platoon, much larger than that. Of this whole, we'll call it this whole division of the army.
Okay.
Oh, screw it. I'll just take lucky. I'll pull an Elwin.
What's the stat increase? It's 2 1 point or 1 2 points, right?
You get 2+2 for Dex and +1 for Int, and yes, for ASIs you get a +2, or you can choose a feat with a +1 if you find.
Huh?
Which one are you talking about?
For just the stat increase at level 4.
That's +2.
Yeah, it's +2 to 1 or +1 to 2, right?
Yeah.
Or a feat.
Yeah.
Then I go for increasing my charisma. Let's see here.
Should I take a dump stat in charisma or wisdom? Elwin, what's it looking like? Like, are you very perceptive?
Oops, I made a mistake.
I got a +6 in perception.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'll leave that to you then.
Okay, that actually worked. Sweet.
Oh, and what are your backgrounds, people, that you picked?
Holy shit. Hold on, there's a Spanish call. I'll be back.
No!
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't even know how to play a sorcerer. It's been so long. I've actually never played a 5th edition sorcerer before. Alright, so that's done. Now I need to look up how their magic works. Because they don't... Theirs is all innate, so they only get a specific amount of spells per level. So level 11 I have 6 cantrips.
No, I don't want athletics as my skill. That's my dump stat. No! Oh, my this quick question. If I choose a hermit background, I get proficiency in a toolkit, which is herbalism. Is there anything I could do with that? I'm trying to figure out, like, at 11th level, will I figure it out how to use the herbalism kit for helping my battalion or group?
Sure. If that's what you want to do with your character, sure.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, which kind of thing do I want to lean into.
Alright, so... I can know 12 spells. From 1st to 6th level. So start with 6. Oh, of course you take Disintegrate. Chain Lightning. This dude's like an army dude. He would be all about the mass destruction. It's 1, 2.
So I'm working on building characters and creating images of... Actually, when I build characters, I don't really roll stats or anything. I just...
You just dump them in.
I create images, and then I work off of
You
images.
have a vision. You have a vision. That's what you do.
I have stats for all these things, I think.
This is how you come up with like little lion shadow figures that go munchy munchy munch on Quiggy.
No, you know how I came up with that? One of you mentioned it when I showed you the picture. Like, oh, those little lion things around? And I said, yes, they are.
It's our fault.
And then I started making...
That was me.
And I started making them as you guys were talking about other stuff.
Oh God.
Because they were... I hadn't even noticed them in the picture. Until you guys mentioned it.
Our lives so hard.
It was a legit question for sure.
Yeah, it was good. Okay, I got that.
This dude is seriously gonna have, I think he's only gonna have one level 1 spell. Said it backwards. Oh, I totally have Misty set for level 2. For level 1, Magic Missile, because it's the only level 1 spell a caster ever needs. Alright, now I have to look through this dude's shit. Draconic Bloodline, what does this do? Draconic Ancestor. Level 1, you choose a type of dragon. Silver, for sure. Okay, so silver. And then Draconic Resilience. Well, I have 16 armor with no magic items or anything. That's cool. Don't get the wings until 14. Sad day. Let's see here. Elemental Affinity.
Guys, what is your wisdom between y'all?
Mine's 16.
And Ellen? Oh, he's on the call. Never mind. Might it be possible to add?
I get to add my
characters to the
charisma
party
modifier to any cold damage.
Do what, Renly?
Oh, it's possible to add characters to the party sheet so we can see stuff.
Yes. Good?
Yay! Thank you! Aha! Now I have a question. We can choose 2 items, and are we in the same kind of like group? Have we been together for a while now, or do we just meet up like suddenly?
No, you know each other.
Okay, could one of my items be loaned out to Elwin? Since I can pick.
Sure. I mean, you'll be able to transfer items back and forth from each other if you want.
Perfect. And then could you give him a Robe of Stars? Because that's something that she's not very good at, and she figures like, somebody should be the eyes of the party kind of thing. And she'll take a Staff of Power. Oh, and I should come up with a freaking name for her.
All right. I'll give you the name.
Oh, perfect. Yes. I was like, wait, I have to look up names now. Crap.
Your character is the wizard, and you have a Staff of Power?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, it's in your inventory.
Perfect.
Magic. See, I love this PDF I have. The PDF of all the magic items by rarity.
Oh, I open up dungeon so I can like filter through stuff.
Oh, nice. That's a good idea.
Because otherwise it takes me so long to scroll, and then I'm like, wait, but what about the?
Oh no, this one's just names. This PDF is just the names.
Oh no, that's the thing. I look up stuff. I stay abroad of alertness, but I was like, hey, I can have.
So you said we could go up to what rarity?
Very rare.
Very rare. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and probably one of the last questions is, I know that Lothrelian, like the location Oscaria is pretty isolated. Are we in Oscaria? What kinds of races are actually present there? But I have to choose languages, and I'm like, what would most likely be the case for languages, especially with nobility?
Well, you know, obviously.
Elvish and Common would be standard, and then
Yeah, Elvish Common. What language do hobgoblins speak?
I think it's Goblin.
That one.
Okay.
Don't they have their own language too?
Let me double check.
If you
I might be thinking of Eberron.
is there a hobgoblin in the monster manual?
It's then Volos.
Yeah, it should say in his sheet what languages he speaks.
Yeah, I'm just popping it open.
Because I think hobgoblins have their own race. They speak Goblin too, I think, but I thought they had their own language. I mean.
Pop open the NPC. Yeah, Common and Goblin. So yeah, okay. And then for the next one I'll pick Primordial. And in Oscaria, what is the typical kind of game that people play in nobility? Is it chess? Is it poker?
They're elves. They don't play games. What are you talking about?
I'm a dragon chess. I mean, that sounds like something that they might do, especially with multi-levels and tiers in which they go 3D like across levels.
I'd like a Staff of Frost.
Staff of Frost.
Yeah, because it'll go with my dragon ancestry.
I think dragon chess.
Okay, it's in your inventory.
Okay. And then we need some. We need something else too. No armor.
So I'm gonna reskin that staff, and so instead of a Staff of Frost, it's a Staff of Light.
Oh, nice.
And all of its abilities do the same thing, except they are radiant damage instead of cold damage.
That's beautiful.
Damn it!
Why?
Oh no, I picked it because since my dragon ancestry empowers all cold attacks that I do.
Oh, you picked dragon ancestry off.
Yeah.
So we're gonna change that. So instead of
That's
dragon
fine.
ancestry, instead of dragon ancestry, it can be the same thing, but you can have the same
Light-based.
buffs from it, but we'll call it something different.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
And it'll empower radiant instead of frost.
Cool. Because silver dragon's hard to find anyway. Let's see here, what else? Oh, wondrous items. That's where those are. Excuse me.
Alright, sorry guys, I'm back.
Yay!
Cool. Go for it. Renly gave you a magic item. It's in your inventory.
Oh, you have the Robe of Eyes. You are our eyes. You should never be near our other fellow because he is a light sort of sorcerer, and therefore when he does his light stuff near you, you go blind. So just be careful.
I got the Robe of Stars.
Can you stack robes? I hope you can.
No, that's the one that's in my inventory.
As long as you can attune to them both.
Oh, this one's the Robe of Eyes. The Robe of Stars is a bit different, I think. Do we have a Robe of Eyes in the...
You just have to be wearing it. All it does is give you a +1 to your saves. I'm debating between a spiffy bow, a carpet.
This is the Robe of Eyes. So you have advantage, which gives you a +5 to your passive perception. And you can see the ethereal plane and invisibility.
Ooh. What does the Orb of Time do?
Magic item?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's from Xanthar's Guide to Everything.
Oh, that's a common thingy. It tells you the time.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Let's get rid of the freaking common crap. We want rare, common, no common. Let's get rid of one of them.
What happened? Oh, whoops.
I would like the figure of wondrous power.
Figurine, which
For the bronze griffin.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Of course they don't have like a dragon, but you know. Whatever. Let's see here, the robe is thrown. Oh, is that the Robe of Stars?
Which one?
The description you put in chat, is that the Robe of Stars?
No, that's the Robe of Eyes.
Oh yeah, that thing, have you seen the picture of that thing? That thing's fucking creepy.
Yeah. It is awesome.
Have you ever had the fortune of seeing an encounter between a portable hole and a bag of holding?
No, but I've heard many tales of it.
It's
Are you guys almost done?
Um,
We're getting close here.
Well, yeah, I picked the 2 items. I got my spells. Unless we're supposed to pick anything else.
Just basic combat stuff if you need any other items for fighting.
oh, what cantrips have people chosen? I think, what was it? And your monk. Which
Blade
monk did
Ward,
you pick,
Firebolt,
Elvin?
Friend's Message, Prestidigitation, and Ray of Frost.
No mage hand. Okay.
Nah.
Alright.
This guy's like a boss, so he has people to beat people. He doesn't need a mage hand.
Alright. And Elvin, which type of monk did you pick?
The Sun Soul.
Ooh,
Nice.
there's so much radiant going
Perfect.
everywhere.
That's perfect.
I see we have a theme going on, so let's do radiant, people.
Actually, you can be something different.
Alrighty.
Renly,
I
yeah.
will be
You don't have
not
to be radiant.
radiant. Does this mean that we will come across something celestial in nature and therefore will be immune to all radiant stuff? Yay!
Oh yes, shorts. have a long sword because I'm an elf, so I just know how to use them because I'm cool. Long sword, short sword, a long bow. I thought about taking the oath bow because that thing is fucking cool. But I figured having a griffin to ride would be even cooler. The oath bow is nasty.
Well, it's good for one villain.
Yeah, it's like if you're the boss of an army, then you shoot it at the boss of the other army because it ignores range increments.
Yeah, and it just depends on like how many encounters you have in a short period.
No, I'm thinking of this particular guy though.
Oh,
like
yeah.
as being the boss of an army, he just strolls up to the battlefield. Oh, there's your boss. It's cool. Hey, Bo, go kill him. And it does like 3d8 extra damage or some shit like that.
Too necrotic.
I think.
Can I get bracers of defense, please?
Nice.
Okay.
Where'd it go?
Alright, it's in your inventory.
Thank you.
$3d6 extra damage, sorry. Don't need this anymore.
Oh shit, I have cantrip, huh?
Oh, do you have?
Are either of you a cleric?
No.
You're a monk, wizard, and sorcerer.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go with True Strike.
What is the terrain been like that we've been traveling through most of the time? Like, through the majority of our travels?
Forest, probably.
It's
Excuse me.
there are some forest lands, but your elevation is pretty high, so
Okay.
you're going in and out of the tree line. That line where trees don't grow higher than.
Alrighty. And have you spent a lot of time battling any particular types of foes? Like, who exactly is our main enemy normal? Over time.
Hobgoblins specifically.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's pimp.
All right. So it's gonna be interesting. I've never done this before. I'm trying to adapt a module that I have to this game,
Ooh.
or a written kind of storyline into this game. So, yeah. That's
Oh,
the
so
idea.
you're doing what other people normally do.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I hate it. I'm reading through it,
That's
I'm like, okay,
oh,
so
this is rough.
this is dumb. I have to follow all these things, and
I totally get that.
Oh, trying to follow
Hey
a
Midas,
module?
did you make my dex 18 earlier?
I did not do anything. No.
No, then why did because it was 16. Why did it go to 18?
Oh, because you put in your elf, and then the elf will add +2 to the dex.
Oh, okay. So I still have 2 points because that's why I only. Okay, all right, cool. Thanks.
Oh, right.
God.
I forgot to do my second one.
But yeah, I didn't put in any of the plus ESIs. I mean the plus Elven thingies, but they come in automatically. Chill touch, firebolt, or ray of frost. Damn it!
I found a better portrait.
Oh wait, and this is not +1. I can do a booming blade or something.
Oh, you're a male, Adis.
That's a male.
Alright, but I'm
Oh,
gonna
no,
actually
yeah,
give
it's a
you.
male.
I'm gonna give you guys your own portraits.
Oh,
okay,
oh,
sure.
okay. Cool. Since you can barely see it, just for fun. There you go. You can't do that. This was the one I found. One of the better elf portraits I've ever seen.
I don't see anything.
It's in Discord.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of the portraits I see online, people do they do like renders of 3D models, and I don't know, they just always look so porcelain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fantasy Grounds squishes images into more of a square shape or something like that, so I always redo my images specifically for Fantasy Ground portraits.
Oh, a friend of mine.
Recrop them.
If you've never seen this, check this out. A friend of mine from one of my games showed me this. It's an online token maker. It'll actually crop the image into a circle for like how Fantasy Grounds tokens are actually a circle.
Oh, cool.
Wait, High Elf
I
gets
just use Photoshop.
free cantrip, right?
Yeah, I like this because it's quick and you can use it on the fly. But yeah, I like Photoshop too for most of my stuff.
Alright. I think I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be, because I don't feel like reading any more of this thing. So, if there's something I don't know, I'll make it up.
Man, you should have seen what I did to friggin' Tomb of Annihilation. My guys finished it at level 7 and 6. I butchered the fucking hell out of that campaign. I opened it up and I'm like, wow, whoever wrote this shit is literally trying to bore new people to death. Because there's so much just slugging around in Chult. It's just terrible. And painful.
I'm almost done, just need to choose
And
spells.
Rangers, one of the greatest features of a Ranger is useless in Chult. Their whole they can't get lost. Because that's like the only thing they're good for.
I'm trying to figure out if there any way to use my staff for attacks and not be using strength. I mean, is that a thing, or am I stuck with strength for a staff
You're
of
stuck with
power bopping? Okay, fine.
I mean, there are ways you can multi-class into Druid and take
yeah, I was
Shillelagh,
considering magic initiative or something, but then I was like, it's okay, never mind.
That's about all you can do.
Yeah.
Here you go, Renly. If you ever want to play an elf that uses a sword, here's your picture.
All right, we good?
I'll update as you go, so don't worry.
Can you just change out my robe,
To
please? To the ice one, not the stars. Because Renly or Gale chose that for me.
Yes. Oh, and what name should we be putting in?
for your character.
Yeah.
I will put it in. Okay. We guys good? Everyone set?
Yeah. Are you going to drop us on the combat tracker, or are we just going to do this outside?
No, I'll put you in the combat tracker. I'm going to clear the old combat tracker. The character status should save.
You can just make us yellow and then invisible, because it won't save it. The statuses.
I'll just delete you guys. We'll figure it out later. All right. Let's see. Combat tracker. I'm gonna kick your old characters out. How do I do that? Kick. Now, if I kick you, it removes you. I think it kicks you from the server, right?
You already took them all. You already took them all off the combat tracker.
No, I mean, but your characters are logged in the game. Adis, Elwin, and Renly. I guess it doesn't matter.
All we have to do is right-click on them and hit release.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want us to release the characters?
Sure, why not?
There we go.
Okay. All right. So, picking up from this spot here, this gonna get interesting. So, Myr, you are a high elf monk. You are a hardened, battle-worn warrior. You are of a specific role as bodyguard to nobility, to Adis's character. You are a faithful companion. You can give her whatever personality you want, but that's her role, and she's proven herself invaluable in keeping him alive over the years, especially in this time of battle. All right, because a great war is being fought at the moment.
Okay.
Radthorn, as we already said, you are a fairly young but very powerful high elf wizard. You hail from a different part of Ascaria. You had to travel far across the land when you were deployed to this armed division. All right, and you were paired up with this particular unit. And you don't know, and as far as personality goes, you don't necessarily know what you think and feel about that, but you have started to grow a kinship, and some might even say affection, for the third character, who is a young Lethrelian. Crown Prince of Ascaria. Young. This is many hundreds of years ago. Deemed high commander of this battalion. Your father, Lethrelian, gave you command of this particular regiment. All right. There's a war going on between the High Elves and this belligerent, verminous race of creatures that has proven quite difficult to eradicate. They use guerrilla warfare tactics, and they've managed to accumulate enough power, enough resources to be a legitimate threat. So your father sent you to exterminate them with your army. This is many centuries ago, possibly even longer. Early in your lifespan. The high elf lifespan is really long. So the events of this battle that we're talking about take place before the GodBreaking, before the Peace of Pelor even was really in existence. This is maybe almost 1,000 years ago. Okay. At this point, Pelor is currently what's my term for this? The over deity. Malchior has already been struck down, but just barely, just recently. So the world is in a bit of turmoil as the transition from chaos to order begins to. As just finishing completion. Any questions?
No, but I do have a comment. I think it's funny that my guy is Lethrelian because I actually, for a moment, contemplated a portrait of an elf with a crown.
Cool. All right. So, in this scenario, Radthorn and Lothrelian, you guys have been traveling, have been traveling together for several months now, and over the course of the campaign, you've been engaged in many battles, and have even come into personal danger once in a while. And there's been a growing attraction between you two. Myr is the quiet third party, and I don't know necessarily how you feel about that. She feels very protective of Lothrelian, having been his bodyguard for quite a few years now. Okay?
Okay.
Alrighty.
Alright. So, you guys have just struck a crucial blow. Through Lothrelian's keen tactical mind and Radthorn's harnessing of the arcane elements, you guys were able to rout the core of the Hobgoblin army. Now, the Hobgoblins, you know, are led by this particularly vicious warlord named Grarir. Okay? He's been the key behind all of this, behind the uprising that actually threatened the peace of Ascaria, the rule of Ascaria. Now, this is Ascaria hundreds of years past. There are no sky cities. There are no advanced, magics. It's you're still very much a ground dwelling race. Let's see here. So the battle has raged, and during the course of it, Grarir managed to raise several elven cities, which is what caused you guys to react so violently and so aggressively to eradicate it. And like I said, you guys routed the Hobgoblin army. And during that time, you've gotten word of or whispers that Grarir has always been searching for something. And you were able to rout them as you guys gained intelligence that he was moving in an odd direction off into the mountains of Ascaria. So if you're looking at the map, this is Tandesh of centuries ago, so it looks different, but Ascaria has different kinds of terrain, and you guys are moving up like way up north here, so it's getting cold. And you've tracked him down to this spot, a certain mountaintop towards the north of Ascaria. Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
In the battle, as he and his forces were approaching, you guys were able to surprise them, come down, and really destroy the better part of his forces. You and your battalion. Grarir and his honor guard, basically, or his captain's guard, retreated with as many forces as they could up into the cloudy heights of the mountaintop. Alright, so they began to ascend the mountain. You guys quickly began to follow after you had finished ensuring the battle's victory. So it's been a bit of time. It's been a couple hours. It took you to solidify the victory, and you guys have noticed that Grarir has retreated. You weren't really able to give chase until now. But now that the battle is firmly the result of the battle is pretty much secured, you guys give chase up this mountainside. Okay?
Alrighty.
Okay.
Forward march.
Alright. As you guys begin to climb, so first of all, just this picture, you're at the base of a cloudy mountain, and you know that Grarir has retreated up in that direction. Hours have passed since they departed. Do you guys have any particular...
Where'd you mark on the map? Or did you make another map?
No, I did not make another map.
Okay, I don't see where you marked on the map, I'm sorry.
Oh, so on this map here, you guys are right up here somewhere.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, so you've decided to give chase, but do you guys have any particular means you want to approach the ascent of the mountain, or anything like that?
Is it just us, or is the army with us?
You have a group of troops with you.
Okay.
Call it a couple dozen troops.
So we're scouting up a mountain, basically.
Well, you want to give chase to Greer. He retreated up the mountain with his commanders.
I would send an owl forward. A white owl? I don't know. I'm using Find
Sure.
Familiar for this.
Okay.
And so I'd use that to scout out the area ahead and have it circle back while it attempts poorly to stealth. But hopefully, if it's white, it will help with some stealth.
Good thinking.
Okay, can you see through the owl's eyes? Up to a certain distance you can, right?
Yeah,
It's like 100 feet.
Okay, well, you send the owl off, and you're able to see through its eyes for a while, but then it goes off above. And as you see the owl ascend up the mountain, I mean, you're looking up a fairly sizable mountain. You notice that as it goes up into the cloudy sky, it is pretty hazy and foggy. You follow its eyes up, and as it disappears up into the grayish sky, you begin to see lightning ripples begin to slightly form up in the clouds. All right.
Lightning ripples, like almost like a self-defense mechanism.
No, just like a lot of just thunderstorm activity
atmospheric.
beginning to build.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Beginning to build up in the sky. And as you were watching, several minutes go by, and you see the intensity begin to rise.
We need to make
Does it appear to be unnatural?
It looks natural, in the sense that it looks like a normal storm would look, but it's building quite quickly. Perhaps unordinarily quickly, supernaturally quickly.
All right.
I'm
So you guys
assuming
are
amongst this group
you're in command of
we
an
have-
army. Most of the army is still being, occupied with securing the victory over the Hobgoblin forces. But you have, access to a sizable amount of resources.
I'll find whomever
then-
is the best scout, like the
Okay.
best, and then the next two best scouts, and send
Okay.
them ahead, and then we'll follow behind them.
I would like
Okay,
to
so-
find a Renly who can windwalk people, and so have that cast on us so we could go up faster. Because
Do you have that spell?
no, I mean, like, I'm gonna try to find a druid in our
Oh.
resources.
No, there's no druids.
Damn it!
Elwin, what are you doing?
I would probably be one of the best scouts.
Yeah, you would.
You would.
Wait,
You would,
Elwin, are you the future wife, or are you the bodyguard? I forget.
I'm the bodyguard.
You're the bodyguard? Yep, you're the bodyguard, man.
Oh, Elvin, you have +5 to your passive perception, so it should be a 23, I think.
How long does this thing last?
22.
Radthorn is the future
Oh yeah,
wife.
22.
Oh, this thing is pimp. It's got more. It's got almost as many hit points as me. I'm gonna bring out my buddy, just in
Okay.
case. My griffin.
What is it?
The griffin.
Okay.
Just in case I need to make an expeditious retreat.
So I haven't read
Oh,
your
wait,
characters or
the-
anything like that, but
Oh, it's just from the figurine.
yeah, I popped it up. It's on the combat tracker also.
So I'm riding him. Not flying.
Okay.
Just walking. As we move
All right.
forward.
I'll say, my lord, I shall scout ahead.
Very well.
I'll try to keep in touch with you. I nod towards Mir, and
If
I
you
will
die-
message you.
If you are harmed, I will be very displeased.
I disappear into wherever the fuck I'm scouting.
Okay. You go rushing up, and are the rest of you guys waiting, or are you guys moving up behind?
We're,
What are you
we're,
doing?
we're following behind the three scouts that's sent ahead. So it'll be him ahead, scouts behind him, and then us behind the scouts.
Okay,
I'll
Radthorn, what are
stay
you
within
doing?
120 feet of Mir because I want to keep in contact in case something horrible happens. Because she's our eyes and ears.
Okay. So you're a very intelligent, keen-minded, noble, and but with a fiery kind of. So for you, Radthorn, you have a fiery temperament, but also you've been trained in what do you call it? The arcane arts, and also there is nobility to you. So your personal conflicts will be managing your passionate emotions with your desire for propriety, and also of course your ongoing relationship with Lethralian. Okay.
Alrighty.
What would you allow, a soldier or spy as the background for me?
Ooh, those are good. Do you have a preference?
Spy. Sneaky.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Okay.
Okay.
I did
so
Sage for Lethralian. I don't know if
That's
you
fine,
had
yeah.
something.
That's fine.
Now,
So you guys.
what would I use
Go on.
to refer to Lothralian? Would I be like Lot? Would I be like my lord? Like my proprietary versus
My lord.
Romance? My lord. Okay,
My
cool.
lord. Yeah, my lord.
Yeah, in public you have to say my lord because
Okay.
decorum.
Awesome.
All right. So you guys begin to slowly make your way up, very cautiously up the mountainside, with Myrrh stealthily moving in the forward position. Radthorn, you stay as best as you can within range to message. Sometimes Myrrh will drift in and out of that range though, and you're not able to always see her. So you're doing your best. The rest of the party is the. Yes.
Why is it so hard for people
The
to
army?
120 feet?
That's pretty.
The army.
Yeah.
I would like the army to walk in a double column.
Okay. Behind you.
With no. Of course not. I'll be in the middle. With at least every other rank of 2 having shields.
Okay.
Because I know there's gonna be some dicks with bows up there. They're gonna try to kill us all. So I want people with shields that can cover 2 ranks each.
How many soldiers are you procuring to come with you? Would you say?
We're taking all of them. You said that were with us.
Okay.
You said we had a few dozen.
Yeah. So you've got about 40 soldiers with you. You guys begin progressing up the mountainside, and what you're finding. Go on.
I got like 50 feet. I have a speed of 50, so I'm like dashing.
Yeah, you're moving
in and
pretty
out of
quick,
the
so
shadows.
you're not gonna be able to stay within range.
We're like marching, so we're not very fast.
Yeah, Radthorn, you're not gonna be able to stay within range unless you are really booking it.
I am.
Radthorn, we can give you a mount. You would have a horse of some kind. We'll give you a white horse.
Yay!
Okay. And Lethralian is riding his griffin. So Myrrh on foot, you begin to dash up the hill, and you're moving quickly. And as you ascend above the tree line, up into the clouds, you quickly realize that the storm that's building is having a greatly adverse effect on the terrain up here. As you quickly begin to become drenched in a torrent of rainfall that starts coming down. It's making the traction on the ground difficult, to say the least, as the soil gives way. Some rocks become slick. The thin lichen and moss and that's growing up here, when it gets wet, it becomes slippery. So you start getting slowed down.
I wouldn't like rush off. I would definitely stay within the range of 100 to 150 feet, depending on the terrain. Because I know that I'm pretty sure we've done this before, Radthorn and I.
You're very familiar with me going, yes, that's right. Yeah. Why did you leave on 20 feet again?
And there's also scouts behind you that you can relay to. With elven bird whistles and stuff.
Okay. Some time goes by. You're talking about half an hour as you guys are trying to ascend, and by this time, the rest of the party, that's marching in single file, is definitely beginning to feel the adverse circumstances. Even though you're elves and you're nimble, the storm is growing in intensity, and it's making the terrain quite difficult. Myrrh, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Perception check with... Yeah, perception check.
Okay, and I think I have advantage on these, right? Yeah. Now, I would be looking out specifically, along with, looking whatever we're trying to accomplish, because I missed that part. A good spot, because if I was the person that set up this magical storm that looks to be, I kind of suspect might be magical, a good ambush spot. That way we don't fall into a trap.
Okay. Well, with your natural 20, you do notice it. You're coming up onto a... So this is the road, or not road, but what makes for a pathway up the side of the mountain, right? There's rocks jutting up all around, and various crags and stuff going up the mountain up here. And you are progressing your way up, right?
Am I missing?
It's rainy.
Oh, there we go.
It's rainy. It's rainy, and it's dark. You do notice quickly that as the road goes around this curve here, up the mountain, as it switchbacks around the mountain, that you just get like a sixth sense kind of telling you that this would be a great spot for an ambush.
Okay, I'll get within the 120 feet, and I'll relay. What would I call Rathorn? Lady?
I mean, you don't have the best relationship with Rathorn, especially since she and Lethralian have been starting to cozy up to each other.
It is my lady to you, dear. My lady.
Rathorn.
God damn it! Where is your proprietary sense? Jeff?
I suspect there is going to be an ambush ahead.
Take cover, make your way back if you can. As I relay this to Lethralian and the rest of the contingency.
Okay. Before I do that, is there a path or some way that I can get around this way to, not following the path where they're expecting us to go, but around the backside so I can have a look at what we're facing?
Okay, it's very hazardous, so we're gonna have to do dexterity check to be able to keep your footing in the rain, and also athletics because it's gonna be a good bit of climbing. This is basically kind of like a sheer cliff up here if you want to get around this little outcropping.
Let's do it.
Going straight up. All right. So go ahead and dexterity check. Okay. And then give me athletics. Okay. As you stealthily begin to try to make your way up the side of the embankment up there. The rest of the party, are you guys coming up slowly or quickly? What did you guys say?
I relay it over and I recommend stealthing. She's on her way back. Surely she should be back any moment now. As I look out for.
Well, if they've stopped in any measure, the scouts would have caught up to probably whoever's the furthest back, and then we're marching, just a standard march.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out with our keen senses.
Okay.
I did mention stealthing up to this though, because Myrrh pointed it out.
Okay. So you guys are moving up cautiously. You're, like I said, 120 feet back. As you're moving forward, Myrrh begins to ascend her way up this cliff, and she's able to go around and quite stealthily move her way up and around vertically up this cliff face. As you round the top of this rock outcropping, you look down and you see behind the outcropping, since you're looking at it, I mean, to a normal observer, it might have been hard to make out because the creature is hidden in shadows and its exterior is so rough and and dry that it might have looked like it was part of the stone itself. But you see there this creature hidden in the shadow behind the rock outcropping.
Is there just one of them?
Along with surrounding the creature are about a half dozen hobgoblin warriors.
Okay, and how far up the cliff am I? About how many feet?
You're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30 feet up in the air.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump off in the not on the creatures I see, but the direction I came. I'm just gonna jump off and slow fall down to the ground.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start making my way back towards the group. As soon as I get within range, I'll say, "Stop the advance." I'm on my way.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have kept up communicate.
All right, you guys hear him?
And
You're Wrath. You're a mage, right?
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
Oh wait, I'm a wizard. Yes.
You're a
Do you
wizard.
have the
Harry.
message cantrip?
Yeah, that's what I'm using with.
Okay, that makes it. I have it too, so it makes it super easy. All right, so we'll stop. We'll hold to take a defensive position, form ranks, and so forth.
Okay. Now remember,
right.
the storm is beating down on you. It's beginning to get quite turbulent. The wind is whipping. It's getting quite cold. Lightning is crackling in the sky above you.
Oh shit, that's right. Was the storm as intense as it was by where the creatures are?
Yeah. The creatures are inside the storm as well. This whole mountaintop is being covered by the storm.
Okay. As soon as I get back, I'll describe the situation and say, "My lord, why don't we set up an ambush of our own?"
What do you have in mind?
See, there's a bend where they're waiting. I can go, and when they see me, I'll start running back in this direction. And when they chase me, our forces will be ready on the other side of the curve of this cliff, and we will surprise them.
Decent plan. It's worth a try.
I do like that plan, but how about we just knock that curve that you mentioned, Mer? Like perhaps start a bit of our own bit of thunder and lightning and knock that over so they are buried.
But
As
then
I
that
look up
blocks
in
our
the sky.
path.
I would
get
have
around
gotten.
that.
I would have gotten a layout. Would that be possible at all in my scouting?
Yeah, if you guys had the proper magical powers.
My lord, I would prefer us not to demonstrate our magical prowess, but it is ultimately up to you. You know I have never failed you.
Is it just the one? Is it just the one dude up there?
No. There's about half a dozen hobgoblins with him.
Oh.
I look towards Lotrellian. My lord, we can handle this without having to wait for them to come around a frickin' bend.
It is a Cyclops. They're not to be trifled with, though. But we can't stand around in this rain all day. We'll march up. We'll give the plan a try. If it doesn't work, then we march in. If they don't follow, then we'll drop it on their head.
Right, because that would just impede our movement across the mountains if we drop it on them.
True.
We're just blocking our path. See, I think of things like this.
I think of
the consequences.
using an arcane gate to
Oh
get
dear
beyond
lord, this is
500
not
feet
the
up.
place for this. Both of you silence.
Rathorn, she doesn't say it or she doesn't put a word to it, but she's totally sulking.
Yeah, we got the love triangle going on here. Okay.
Well, I shall go back and keep an eye. Please advise me of what our plan will be. And I'll give a little bow. And
I just told you.
I look very critically. Aren't we following your plan? Make a move on. Go, shoot.
Yeah.
as I walk by,
I send the scouts with him.
As I walk past, I do the whole shoulder bump against Rathorn.
So you shoulder checker.
Yeah.
I got my eye on you. I say under my breath.
All right. So yeah, going back over there, I'm gonna set up my plan.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is, as soon as I show myself, they might launch some missiles at me. So I'm gonna get my Deflect Missiles ready as a reaction.
Okay.
And then, so I'll use my movement to come into vision, like come into view of them. And then, I think as a bonus action, if I use a key point, I can double move, step. Yeah, I can spend a key point to dash away. So, yeah, I'll prepare all that stuff. So I'll have like shit ton of movement.
And we're gonna have the widest rank of possible of like guys with tower shields and spears in the front, with dudes with spears directly behind them, with sword dudes behind them, and the bow guys in the back behind me.
Do we have any casters or clerics, by the way, or is it pretty much
Oh,
all
I'm sure we probably do. Those people behind me too, so they don't get crushed.
Yeah, limited. You've got one cleric, a low-level cleric with you guys. The rest are mostly are warriors of various stripes.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'll use my movement. That's 50. My action to dash, and then my bonus action to spend one key point to dash again. So I have 150 feet of movement for my turn.
Okay.
So
Alright,
we're
so
like,
go ahead. What are you doing?
We're like a shield wall, like right here.
Yeah, once they prepare the shield wall, I'm gonna go past it, and of course they'll know that I'm gonna be coming right back to let me through, and then close it. So I'll move up. I'll make my presence known. Like I'll, make noise, wave my hands or whatever, act scared. Oh no, a trap, and then run back.
Hey, it's a one-eyed idiot.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You have to make yourself sound terrified.
So I'm just putting on the map. I'm just putting some token Elven warriors to represent your forces. Okay. So you zip around the corner, you gasp, and you run back. Now they were waiting. Of course, they were holding action. So as soon as they see you and you move back and you start running, they unleash a couple of javelins in your direction, or long crossbow, light, what do you call them? Short bow shots at you. Okay.
Okay.
So here comes.
Good thing you prepped that deflect missiles.
I did.
First shot coming your way. Okay.
Okay, if they miss everything, it's gonna be hard for her to play the scared card.
There's 3 coming your way
But she
total.
can still be panicked from the number of people.
Oh yeah, that's why they can't hit her, because she's screaming bloody murder, flailing her arms everywhere.
Of course, I roll like crap. All right, and you start running. You start dashing backwards.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm concentrating on a banishment if I see that that Cyclops thing that Mirror had pointed out.
Yeah. As soon as you start running back, you see a huge rock just crash down into the ground where you were standing, and you hear this bellowing roar of the Cyclops as it stands up and begins to charge in your direction, moving its way out from behind the stone.
You guys prepped actions, right, to attack it when it came?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys roll initiative?
Not
You should roll it now.
Here we go.
So does the Griffin get his own initiative? Because I don't think it specifies on his thing. Let me double check.
You're riding it, so we'll treat it like a mount right now.
Okay.
So you can either direct its movement as your, I think, bonus action, and it moves on your. No, I think it's a bonus action. It just moves on your initiative, or you can release it and it will go on its own. and I get to control it. All right. As the Cyclops comes dashing out, you guys see popping up over the edge of the cliff a hobgoblin kind of scampering up the side. They're pretty agile creatures. It looks up and it sees the array of creatures behind of elves and everything like that, and it begins to start to fire. It pulls back its longbow and it fires an arrow in your direction. It'll have range because it's on the high ground. It's going to take one last shot at you, Myr. And that would be a hit.
I will do my thingy.
Alright. So this is Deflect Missiles, right? So
yeah.
Here's a damage. I won't hit you with it, but here's a damage. So what do you do?
10. That's... I catch it and... I'm gonna... Do I have to spend a key point? Yeah, I'm gonna catch it and throw it back at him. Fuck it.
Alright, roll your attack. I think it's a ranged... It's like your
just like a regular
or whatever
range,
yeah.
Okay.
Your dexterity thing.
Ah.
12. His AC it doesn't hit him. These things have high AC. They're heavily armored. Okay.
I see
That's
that.
reaction.
Okay.
As you see that another hobgoblin pops up over the rock cropping, having scampered up as well, is going to fire an arrow. And you see, as you're running back, you look around and you see an elf in front of you take an arrow to the face, right between his eyes. He falls over, and I haven't used these in a while. My blood splatters.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I used to use them in every fight. Okay, Radthorn, your turn.
Alrighty, I see Cyclops and I do my banishment. So I've checked that off, and here we go. He succeeds.
Wait, you
wait,
sent it on yourself.
Wait, why am I being targeted? Oh wait, no, he failed. Yay! Okay. So he goes poof.
Okay, so you banish him?
Indeed. And that is my turn. Take care of the rest in the meantime.
The Cyclops comes rolling around the corner, looks up at you guys, and zips vanishes from existence.
We have a minute.
Alright.
I'm gonna attack. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So a couple more hobgoblins come out and they fire arrows in your direction. One comes at you, Myr. Oh, no, it's Myr's turn. Go ahead, sorry. I missed that.
Alright, so the one that killed the archer, I'm guessing Hobgoblin 1 or whatever,
One. Yeah.
he's gonna get a Radiant Sunbolt to the face.
Okay, cool.
And then I will bonus action shoot 2 more at him.
Yeah, you focus your key and your hands begin to glow and you begin to move in a smooth, fluid way, and as that happens, beams of light radiate from your hands, one striking this creature in the face, and you can see it knocks off his helm and it scars his face, just burning it with radiant energy. He's still alive, but he's very much not happy.
Yeah, I missed with the other 2. And
okay.
I will... That's my turn.
Okay. These hobgoblins roll around the corner. One whistles, pulls out his longbow, and makes an attack at you, Myr. Misses. The second one is going to do so and picks off one of the other elves in front of you. Lethralian, your turn.
Let's see here. I am going to... Yeah. I'm going to spend 5 source... Are these guys monsters or persons?
They're humanoids.
So they count as a monster or a person?
Which spell?
Dominate
Wait,
person or hold monster?
Yeah, they're persons.
Okay, I'm gonna tween
humans.
cast Dominate Person, and I'm gonna target the 2 that came around the corner.
Okay.
So here's his save. He knows he's now my bitch. And he is now my bitch.
Okay.
Let's see here. They are charmed. We have a telepathic link, and I can command them. I command them both to attack the guys up there on the top.
All right. All right. So that's 5 and 4.
That's a 5th level slot.
So turn them yellow. Okay. And what do you want to do with your griffin?
I'm actually going to slide off of him and tell him to protect Home Slice over here because she's holding the banishment.
Okay. The griffin just.
I smile at you.
Coy elven girl smile. The griffin
Exactly.
flares its wings out and moves its sizable heft. It's bronzish in color. You can tell that it retains some of its metallic properties from its figurine form.
I tap the griffin and I look at Mir and I smirk.
And I'll say back, because I'm probably pretty close with the griffin since I'm royal bodyguard. I'm gonna say, don't hesitate to defecate on her. It'll hold her concentration harder.
I scowl. Focus on the fight.
More hobgoblins begin to charge. So your 2 hobgoblins kind of.
Here. It lasts from. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. Sorry. It lasts for a minute.
Okay. More hobgoblins begin to charge around the corner. They unleash arrows in your direction.
Are they attacking me?
No, they're attacking Mur. Who's the closest one.
To get the...
Because I haven't hit her yet, I don't think. Come on! 19 misses. Dang it. Okay. Top initiative, the 2 hobgoblins up there continue to fire. One of them picks off another elf. One of them fires again at Mur. I like that name. Misses. The elves return. Some of the elven archers begin to return fire in that direction too. You see the wounded hobgoblin fall from where he is, with arrows piercing at him as he dies to the ground. All right, Radthorn, your turn.
Alrighty. In which case, I am going to. Let's see. I'm gonna toll the dead on the one at the top again. And like just focus on the ones at the top. Who have a vantage point. Was he wounded? No, he's healthy, right?
What spell is that?
Toll the dead. So if
Toll
he's
the Dead.
wounded, he takes additional damage. But is he full health?
That one up there, 6. Yeah, no one's hit him yet.
Alrighty, so justice. And that's my turn.
Okay. Murray, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna attack the same one that she's attacking, and I'm gonna show her how things are done around here. God damn.
I mean, I
Alright, so
I forgot I had
Looked
an
back
extra
at
attack.
her and smirked while you were doing the first attack.
Don't you have 2 attacks and then bonus action attack?
Yeah, I forgot to do the second attack last turn. So that's my second attack. The second one hits. Unless something funny happens with that nat one.
no, you're good.
I told you what funny happens. You looked back at her while you were doing it instead of paying attention to your target.
And then
Right,
I
that
will do
hobgoblin up
2
there is
more.
very wounded. That hits.
Nice.
Falls
And
down from his perch, sliding on the ground.
so that, yeah, my last Radiant Sunbolt would have gone I didn't call that it would be another one, so it would just hit him again.
I mean, you could redirect it.
Okay.
For individual attacks.
Then,
I mean, you're a monk. You're fast enough. You need to be a rival of Radthorn.
okay, so I'll shoot it at this guy over here. Miss.
You would hit because you rolled the first one. You rolled was a hit. They have the same armor.
Oh no, I hadn't rolled the last one.
Okay, so you miss.
Yeah.
At the end of his turn, I'll use a telepathic link to command those two to attack the two below them.
Okay.
Since there's no
these
action
two
required to do it.
come charging up here. They target this guy and hits. One hits there, damages him. Since they have like a pack tactics basically because they're next to each other. This one misses. Okay. Well, Ferellian, your turn.
Let's see here. I will just firebolt one of them. Well, we'll try anyway. Ding! That hits. See here the damage. 3d10. Nice.
Okay. Yep, very hurt.
And I will scooch over here behind the two guys that are still alive.
Okay. I mean, there's more.
And
There's quite a bit more.
This dude is just body blocking so that they can't shoot at her.
Alright, this hobgoblin here, number 2, who's the wounded one, seeing his friends turn on him, tries to run away, and they get opportunity attacks on him. Miss. Hit. Alright, he's wounded as he breaks away, and he begins to scamper off to the side here, on the rock face. This other one, though, the most wounded of all of them, looking around at his allies coming charging him, and the Cyclops having disappeared, he reaches into his pouch and he pulls out a hunting horn, and he draws a big breath and blows deeply into it. And there's a thin kind of trumpeting sound that kind of just breaks through the air. And then he begins to also run off in this direction. Radthorn, you're up.
Now, I wouldn't notice anything, but Mur, with her ridiculous passive, would she notice he's looking in any particular direction for reinforcements? Like, we've probably seen this tactic before from hobgoblins, right? So, is he focusing on anything in particular when he blows that horn?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, I'm asking for Mur, not me. She's in front.
Would Mur notice?
Yeah.
Would I notice?
If Mur has like a passive of 22, so I was like, she sees everything, I hope.
Yes. The goblin was looking up.
Up, okay.
I'll point up.
Like up in the air or up the mountain?
Like up, vertically up.
Okay.
I'll look towards where Mur is pointing, and try to see if there's anything there.
Okay. So you see, I don't know if you guys can see all the way up there. But up top here, the cliff face kind of goes off in that direction. You know, you're talking pretty high up, 50, 60 feet above you.
Okay, fine. And we aren't quite sure what exactly is going to happen there.
Well, you look up and you see this guy peering over the edge.
Oh, alrighty.
What are you doing?
I am going to, let's see. Well, I'll get onto the griffin, and be like, fly, my good fellow. I will have it fly 30 feet, towards the ones that were moving away. And then I'm going to try to gust of wind one of them off the cliffside, and then fly back. I do not know if that would work.
Since the griffin is, Lothrelian's mount, I'll let you co-opt its initiative. You grab it by the reins, basically. I'll call that your bonus action in your movement to get on. And the griffin lifts off into the air and takes you over here.
Alright, I'm just having it go 30 feet forward and 30 feet back, and that's pretty much it.
It's got 80 foot of fly, so you've got.
Oh, perfect. And so then I do a gust of wind, so I'm within range, and it'll push them 5 feet. I'm trying to get them to fall off the cliffside, and then
that's
move
easy.
it back over here. And that's
Yeah,
about
it's
it
easy.
for me. Yay!
All right.
Okay, cool.
Just one. It only targets one. The gust of wind only hits one of them.
The cantrip only targets one medium or smaller creature. So that's about
it blasts. It blasts the hobgoblin too. It was trying to climb down, but it blasts it off the rock face, and he goes turtling down to his death.
Alrighty, and that is my turn since I've used all my stuff. So yeah, done.
Okay. At that, you see a huge rock come rolling down off this embankment, off this cliff face, down towards you guys. You know, a rock.
Shit.
Yay big. Comes tumbling down, boom, boom, bouncing
I
off.
call out to Mer! Deflect Missiles, Mer!
It is a missile, technically.
You call it to Mer, sacrifice yourself for your king.
Totally! I mean, this is totally Game of Thrones.
Alright. It slams down here. All of you guys make a dexterity saving throw.
Can I use sorcery points to quicken a Misty Step into a reaction?
No. Oh, Murderer, natural one.
What?
No!
What save is it?
Dexterity saving throw. I'll let you do it with advantage.
How are elves not proficient in dex saves? That don't make no sense.
But it's dependent on your class.
But it's an elf,
Okay.
though.
Okay. So Radthorn, you're on the griffin, so you're still flying, so you're able to dart out of the way. Mur, you see the rock coming down and about to hit
I jump in
Lothrelian.
front of it.
You dash in the way and shove him out of the path
That is quite the one.
as the rock comes down, slamming into the center of where the bulk of your troops were. Alright. So we're talking... So this is the rock damage, but also 60 feet of falling, so that's 1d6 per 10 feet, so 66. Alright, so here's the rock damage. Plus
Shit.
this much d6 in bludgeoning damage from the fall.
Deflect Missiles there!
Alright, so Mur, 55 points of bludgeoning damage comes slamming down onto you and splatters many elven troops. So at this point there's like 4 troops left that have not been splattered. Your turn, Mur. You're also knocked prone.
Alright, so I'll get up.
Okay.
And I will... Oh man.
During his turn, I'm gonna mentally tell these dudes to walk, because this is a cliff right here, right?
Oh, Mer.
This is a cliff.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell them
yeah.
mentally to close their eyes and walk in that direction so they can walk no further.
Okay.
Till their legs will no longer move.
Okay.
Alright, so I hit with 3, and then with my movement, I'll start
yeah, light beams just blasting up. It's like, you know, Dragon Ball Z kind of just flaring lights, lasers up at him. He gets smacked in the face several times.
Yeah, I'll move over here just so if it tries that again, it's, you know, it doesn't get all of us like it did.
Okay. Okay. All right. These guys go take a running or take a walking leap off the edge of the cliff.
Bye. Let's see here. What is the range on this? Let's see. Do you have to be able to see all additional targets? Yes, you have to be able to. Okay, the range on this. How high up did you say this fuckhead is?
60 feet.
So I can move like right here and I'll be in range. Alright. I am going to... Let's see, what meta magics did I have again? Yeah, I'm just going to blow my 6th level slot because this seems like an opportune time to do it, and I'm going to disintegrate this mofo. Or try anyway. And then I'm going to quicken a fireball in a second. He gets dex save. Which...
Oh! Ow! Just ow.
As you fire off this green dexterity thing, the Cyclops just takes a step back, already moving backwards because of Myr's radiant bolts that hit him in the face. He stumbles backwards and goes just out of line of sight as your beam fires off in the direction. However, you do see his hand still sticking out above the edge of the cliff face, emerge in a middle finger at you.
Which I blast with a firebolt.
Yeah. You blast his hand with a firebolt.
And I go over and hop on my griffin and tell him to get off the ground.
So Radthorn's on the griffin too, right?
Yeah.
I guess
I'm
you
sure
both
there's enough room. I'm sure there's enough room.
Right,
there's more than enough room. I'm always happy to share room with Lothrellian. If I look towards her and go, "Are you okay, dear?"
It's a one-seat griffin. I mean, you guys are having to squeeze in really tight.
Exactly. I'm more than happy to do this. As I shout out in concern for Myr.
I ignore.
You guys are squeezing into the room for one seat. All right.
No, it's more like I'm in the saddle and she's sitting on its rump, holding on.
All right. This hobgoblin continues
and
to
I command the troops to retreat, the ones that are left.
All right, they turn and they start going. All right.
In a dash, not walking, retreat. Like, get the fuck out of here. We'll take care of this.
Radthorn, your turn.
Alrighty.
No, Radthorn had the reins of the griffin. It's like she's sitting up front holding the griffin's reins because she's controlling it.
Oh, that's
and
fine.
You like squeeze up right behind her. You guys are like crammed in really close.
I am going to
full body contact.
In concern for Myr, because I know Lothrellian is very concerned about his bodyguard, who is not doing her work in protecting Lothrellian, damn it. I have a very biased point of view, so I'm going to ride that griffin towards Myr and tell it, like, you know, go grab Myr, my dear, just grab her, and then we are going to fly upwards around the Cyclops to another bit of the curve.
We're gonna do a Griffin Myr bomb drop.
Oh, do you want to be dropped Myr on top of a Cyclops? Would you like to try to stun a Cyclops?
Yes.
Alright, you guys are lucky that.
I'm gonna do that.
Alright, this Griffin has 18 strength, and has 80 foot of flight speed. So okay, I'll say that the Griffin is strong enough to carry all three of you. Barely. You guys are at its weight load. But picking Myr up with its claws, or basically it's wrapping its two bare arms around you, Myr. It flares its wings and moves slowly, so it's encumbered, but it's got enough movement with its dash to make it up to here.
And we'll bomb drop Myr onto it if we can.
All right.
Bombs away. And when we're done with this fight, we're having a talk about you not following my orders.
You toss Myrrh at the Cyclops. The Cyclops has recovered from being blasted in the face, and you see in one hand it's got a great club, and Myrrh is flying towards him.
Oh my God! Batter's up.
And in the other hand, he's got a flaming middle finger.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, great club swing from the Cyclops.
Ooh.
Oh, damn it.
That's beautiful.
All right, Murray, you managed to duck underneath this huge great club that swooshes right past you. You can feel the breeze just kind of disrupt your hair as you flow right underneath the this great club. It's your turn. What do you do?
Now you're learning.
Oh. I'm gonna fly in, and I'm gonna fly in with a kick to the face.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna somehow miss this thing, and then I'm gonna land, and I'm gonna try to like go between its arms and just jump up and uppercut him. That's gonna hit, and I will try to stun. Oh, and also, you know what? I'm gonna use my stunning strike and my superiority die to
Nice.
do a pushing attack.
Did you want to go around him and try and push him off?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So it's only +1 damage.
Okay.
And hold on, let me do this stun.
Come on, stun.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So
he's completely conscious for the fall.
So what you guys? So as the Griffin releases Myrrh, it's a complete aerial badassery. As Myrrh just spirals her body into a sharp point and ducks underneath the oncoming baseball swing from the Cyclops. Dash and slides underneath the Cyclops' legs and very elegantly flips up and lands a kick right at the base of the Cyclops' spine. You can see the nerve point damage kind of ripple through the Cyclops' body as it reacts. You know, when a doctor uses a little hammer to test your reflexes. It's that kind of reaction. The Cyclops' body just like flexes forward, and as it does, it stumbles. How far forward does the push?
15 feet.
Oh yeah, it stumbles forward and goes hurtling down off the edge of this rock face, head over heels. Just comes rolling down and crushes down into the ground far below. So let's see. I put the damage
Ass
from
over
that
Cyclops.
on there. Yeah, ass over Cyclops. It falls down. It hits the ground pretty hard.
Does it cause an avalanche?
As it bounces down?
Yeah. With all the rolling snow.
I kicked it 15 feet off, so I don't know if it would just shoot off and then just land at the bottom.
Oh, like bouncy.
It crashes down to the ground, its huge body just absorbing tons of impact, and more boulders and stuff come rolling down on it behind, because it was able to drag some behind it. I'll give it an extra 10 points of damage as the Cyclops impacts the ground below.
I'm gonna look over at the Thralian and then just wink.
Well done, but that doesn't get you off the hook for not following my orders. And I will,
Yes, it's not enough to push him out of the way of boulders. You need to get out of the way yourselves too, you idiot.
You know what? Rad, can you cast Disintegrate?
Not at all. I haven't learned that spell yet. I figured you have that corner covered.
You don't have 6th-level spells? Oh,
I
damn.
have Arcane Gate that can take us 500 feet up with our people if we didn't follow this stupid plan. I mean, it's a great plan, Nob. It's a great plan, my lord.
You want to walk back to camp?
I love you too, dear.
My lord.
What are you doing?
Let's see here. He fell down. He took some damage. The troops have retreated, right? You said. So I'm gonna.
Yes.
What's the range on this? 60 foot. Oh snap! Does that make it? So we'll need the home slice. Will need to move down a little. Yeah, that'll make it. Yeah, home slice will move down a little, and I'm gonna use the staff to do cone of light. So he takes 8d8 radiant plus my charisma modifier, so plus 6. So he'll take 5, 6, 7, 8. He'll take 34 light damage. And if there was anybody invisible in there too, they get roasty toasty too.
Okay. So there's you raise your staff and there's a blazing, blinding burst of sunlight that just sears this whole canyon, this whole ravine down below you. The Cyclops turns and looks up, and its single eye just bulges wide as the light of the sun is poured into its face. It takes 34 points of radiant damage. And its hands go to his eyes. It goes stumbling about. It's basically its single eyeball seared out from its charred in its skull. The Cyclops is stumbling around blind, down on the ground below you.
Am I within 5 feet of Lithralian?
No.
No. Okay.
However, it is Radthorn's turn.
Hold on. What does it count as doing the cone? Like, if I do the cone of cold spell, is that like that's my action? So I could still quicken a firebolt, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will quicken a firebolt. See if we can finish this douchebag off. Why did that not roll? Is that down? Oh, I didn't actually have it on his turn. I missed. Alright, then I'm done.
I look towards the mirror and I say, let's do this again. You're getting the hang of it, I think. Look, it's blind. You can totally do this. As I have the griffin grab her again and throw her as we get closer.
Alright, so you can grab her and you're gonna fly down.
I have the griffin fling her.
Can I just jump off the cliff before they grab me?
Sure, same difference.
Yeah, because you'll slow fall 60 feet.
Yeah,
so
I'll slow fall.
I'd be like, damn it, and then I'll just toll the Cyclops instead.
Okay.
Oh, he actually needs 6 more damage. I typed the +6 into chat, not the modifier, so it should have been 40 damage.
Okay.
Wow,
Sorry.
it's saved for 0? Oh, wow. Okay, good.
Alright, Myrrh. You come charging down the hill, just dropping down on top of a blinded Cyclops who's barely alive.
Oh yeah, I'm slow falling, and then when I get the last few feet, I'm just gonna.
For the sake of just making sure it's legit, he would get some sort of save for that, whatever save you want, since it's radiant instead of cold.
That's fine. Yeah.
For the half
Cyclops
damage.
don't have much saves.
I
Radiant.
slow clap.
All right. Where do you? So you slow fall down on the Cyclops. What do you do?
I slow fall the first, 20, no, like the first 40 feet or so. And the last ones, I do like a flip, like a diver would do at the Olympics, and then I just put my fist out, aiming right for his eye, and I go elbow deep into that motherfucker.
Okay. Striking straight to the base of his eye, your fist follows its ocular nerve into the brain stem itself, into the core of the brain itself, and the Cyclops just its whole body just ceases movement. This is very much a pinpoint attack that you know just because of your skill in anatomy and your knowledge of weaknesses and pressure points. And the Cyclops just collapses down to the ground right there in the middle of the road. Okay.
Did you want to take care of the first one now, or shall I do that?
I'll hold that thought. I'm gonna expend a 3rd level and 4th level slot to get back all of my sorcery points.
Okay.
Oh, I'll backflip off that motherfucker.
We know where this dude was. We know where this dude was
Yeah.
when he disappeared, right? Okay.
Yeah.
How
right
big
there.
are these guys? They're 3 by 3, right?
I'm intending
Yeah.
on having the griffin fly by it, bite that spot, and drop concentration and shocking grasp it.
10-foot panels. 3, 6. And he was up against the edge of this, right? So like he was
He was coming around the corner.
He was right here. 3,
He
6.
was back there.
Okay, so 3, 6. Yeah. Okay, so I will use the staff. Get ready to let him come back, and I'm gonna use the staff to create a wall of light that will encompass this. Since I can do 10-foot panels, and I'm also going to, because I'm a dick elf, I'm gonna put one right here. It won't really do anything other than be rude.
Right.
They have the walls have an AC of 12 and 30 hit points per 10-foot section. So the wall has 300 hit points.
Okay.
Well, if it hits
no,
one
no,
particular
no.
section, it's just that hit
Yeah,
point.
but it's a continuous wall. So it'd be 90 per section and then 30 for the one in the middle. And they have an AC of 12. And that will cost me some charges. That costs 5 charges to do the freaking cone.
Yeah, it's an awesome spell. All right, so are you releasing the spell, Renly, or Radthorn?
Indeed.
Wait. Because you can do it as like a free action to release a concentration. You should let us all prep. Spend a round to prep to hold. So
Sure, I grin at Mer.
Mer, would you be so kind as to climb up on that cliff there and be ready to jump on his face and, pulverize another eye for me?
I would, but I would be blinded next to that light.
I snicker so hard.
Why would you be blind?
Robe of Stars.
Because of this robe that your lordship gave me as a gift.
Wait, I gave that to you?
Yes, you did, yeah. Don't you remember, my lord?
No, did I? Do I know
No, Radthorn gave it.
that?
In your name.
Okay.
Tony thinks it's a gift from you.
Well, Okay, well then come stand up here, because he'll be tall enough. You can, do your thing.
The blinding light. Yes, let's do our light fireworks.
Come up here. Right here. You should be fine. Right here.
I can climb up there in one turn, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We've got a few turns.
You can
I
walk up
think.
walls and stuff, so yeah. I'll drop it and cast Toll the Dead on the thing once people are ready.
You guys ready? Are you prepping an action?
Yeah.
You know what, Midas? I totally have evasion, and I forgot when that rock hit me.
No, but you roll the 1. It doesn't
Nice.
work if you fail.
Okay.
Oh, you get half damage, yeah.
That's alright. It's my fault for forgetting.
If you have evasion
You
coded
were-
right, it just has to be careful.
I never made him. It wasn't coded with the dex save. Like I didn't actually cast a DC save on him, and
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna prep I'm gonna prep lightning bolt.
Wait, isn't this concentration? If you prep anything, it'll drop the concentration on the wall of light.
Oh, is the wall? Hold on. Let me check.
Wall of ice is concentration, I think.
Yep, it is. So yeah, I can't prep a spell. It's all on you two.
Prep an action.
Yeah, you can shoot.
Oh yeah, I can I'll hold an action with my bow.
We ready, guys?
Anyone else? Ready?
I'm prepping my sun bolt thingies.
Perfect.
All right.
Here we go.
He goes down. Go ahead and do your things.
I hit. Oh, sorcerers don't get extra attacks, do they?
No.
No.
Okay.
All right. The Cyclops comes in and under a battery of attacks, and also inside the wall of light. So go ahead and make it do the wall of light saves and damage.
It doesn't do any damage. It's just a. Oh wait, it does
It's a wall
actually.
of frost, right? Wall of ice.
Oh yeah, so it's he gets a save, and if he saves, then he'll take half this. 5d6. So if he saves, he takes half that 27. Every time everywhere he passed through a wall or touched a wall. Wait, did I do that right?
Well, he fails to save.
Oh, that's
So
if he
27.
moves through.
Yeah, if he moves.
He's landing right in it, so.
It's actually hold on.
outside.
It's more damage. He actually
The
takes
thing
10d6.
is that if you do a wall of ice over there, you can choose which side he gets shoved, so you could shove him off the cliff.
He's too far away from an edge to shove him off.
Damn it.
Yeah, he's kind of far away. Okay. The
If
Cyclops
he get-
comes
if he's, If he's saved, he takes another 5. If not, he took 10. The 5d6
Yeah, I
is
give
if
him
he
10.
moves through the wall. The initial is
Okay.
10d6.
Okay. So he takes damage. He comes in. He is greatly injured, and somewhat surprised. His journey through the plains was not an enjoyable one for him.
Can we tell which plane he got sent to?
He smells like algae and pond scum, and
Ew. Plane up the swamp.
I wonder if
he's
he met a
gonna
hag.
rage and roar. He still has his great club, and he looks over at you guys, and he's ignoring any kind of repercussions. Comes charging around the corner at you.
Okay. So, wouldn't he be charging into a wall going that direction?
Well,
Like
he
a
comes
cliff
around
wall?
like this.
Oh, okay. So then he'll get to do a save again, and this time it's just 5d6. Because he passed through a wall.
Fails.
Okay.
22 more damage.
Yep.
Okay. Weakened, greatly weakened. This is as far as he's able to get. He reaches down and he throws a couple rocks at you. They're gonna come at you. You're right in his line of fire. Right at you, Lothrelian.
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh, crack! Right in the head.
Person. Oh god.
Cracks you in the head
No!
with a rock. Your blood just gushes off your forehead and it comes oozing down the sides of your face. Let's see, does he get 2 rock attacks? No, just great club attacks. That's all he can do. Radthorn.
There's like blood pouring down the back of your head right now.
Oh my
Like
god.
splattered all over your back of your head.
Yeah, just like
blood.
yeah. Your super platinum blonde hair is like soaked in Radthorn's blood.
There's really
No!
warm. There's a really warm feeling on the back of your head right now, and going down the back of your neck, down into your armor.
I look towards the thing and I fireball it, and the area slightly above it. So I'm basically trying to hit it with fire, burn the area around it so it's slippery, and hopefully it falls.
Roll it.
He'll have a 20. Oh, yay!
Fails. So what does it look like? Screaming in rage, what do you do?
I talk to the hand! Or talk to the staff, and the staff of power, like, poof!
Engulfed in flames. Engulfed in flames, the Cyclops just stumbles backwards, and its very skin and all the leather armor and stuff it had on it just just roaring in flames. It stumbles backwards and it just rolls down the cliff, a ball of fire.
And as it's falling off, ass over tea kettle, they just firebolt it in the ass.
Honey, are you okay? I mean, my lord, are you okay?
I'm just like pouring blood out of my face. Like my helmet's probably like caved in where you can't even see anything.
What are you guys gonna do?
I just muster it.
I
look okay.
Ride the griffin over to Myr, and I'm like, Myr, do something.
I'm gonna jump off the cliff and say, bring him down here.
Oh, god damn it. Do I have to do everything myself? And I then delegate her to do something again.
Okay.
Not because you're telling me. And by the way, you would never be able to pull off being a redhead, since her hair is all full of blood.
It's like probably all the like long strands down the
Red
back.
is not my color, damn it.
I'm panicking. Oh no.
We are completely ineffectual. Damn it, my lord, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Wait, I'll be back. I'm gonna run over and get our low-level cleric.
All the troops retreated.
Yeah, she's running. She gets them back.
So you chase them back. Okay, so a few minutes go by until the cleric comes back. Fortunately, the cleric was one of the ones that came with you. He's kind of like this weak, fair-skinned, kind of thin individual. He nods. He says, "My lord, I will offer what I can." But he looks around and he sees all the death and the gore, like a dozen elves just splatter on the ground around him. He's trembling a little bit. He reaches out and he'll toss you. We'll call this. He'll dump as many charges of cure wounds as he has into you guys. So level. He has a 3, 2 2s, and 4 1s of cure wounds, and his modifier is a 3. So here's a cure wounds at level 3. Plus 3. Alright, so that's healing to you. And he'll dump a couple of 2s. Oh, wow. Okay, so 28 plus 6 is 35. Okay, so you're feeling better?
I look at frantically
good.
for potions of healing. Through all the corpses. Like, I'm like, ew, ew, ew. But in my head,
roll D20, roll D20.
But I'm trying to find something for fingers here down my cheek. It freezes.
Alright, no. Amongst all of you, I'll give you guys 4. So I'll give you 1 greater healing and 3 potions of healing.
I will bend down. I'll lean over off the griffin and give the cleric dude. Is it a dude or a chick?
It's a dude.
I'll give him an anime pat on the head and tell him thank you.
Okay.
You know how they put their hand on the head and kind of ruffle the hair? Thank you.
He nods his head rapidly up and down.
And then I pass it over to Lothrelian, completely ignoring the greatly wounded Myr, who's still super bloody.
What are you giving me?
A regular potion of healing.
Oh, you give,
so potion of healing is...
You just give me the regular one?
No, we're holding on to the greater for when it's far more dangerous.
4 plus 2,
you guys
so
have
5 more.
Plus 4, I think.
Yeah.
So that puts me down to 9 wounds.
Yeah.
I'll toss off the broken ass, crushed, fucked up, rock impaled helmet.
Okay. So you guys have 2 more potions of healing and 1 potion of greater. Someone put them in your inventory or something like that. The cleric nods. He'll burn off a couple more of his. What he has as far as level 1 spells. He has, I think I said 3 of them. Or 4.
I'm gonna pull out some parchment and I'm gonna write some orders on it. And the orders are basically assemble 500 troops of a combination of this, that, and the other, and bring them to this point, and have them take up a defensive posture. I'm gonna give to cleric and tell him to take it back to my most senior commander.
Okay.
And I want them to basically come hold this area at the, but not right here, down a little further where they can, not gonna get rocks hurled at them and shit.
Alright, so he's able to give out the remaining of his spells and healing to you, Myr, and then he turns and he rushes down the hill with his orders. Now at this point, the storm is becoming pretty violent. And you see light as you watch the cleric go down. You see lightning strikes all around him, and you begin to question whether or not he'll actually make it down safely.
As I'm looking up at this storm, I would like to attempt to cast a dispel magic on it to see if that'll actually work. Since it seems
on the
like
storm?
It's all around. On the storm, yes, if it's magically inclined.
I mean, you cast it off into the sky and it just kind of goes off into the sky. I mean, it's like. You can't dispel a storm with a spell magic.
I was like, it's like how they call lightning and stuff. I'm like, the storm kind of above magic.
If it was called lightning, we'd be getting hit by it already.
Okay, check that out.
I'll reach down, pat the griffin, and ask him, it's like, what do you think about flying in this? Or would you like to take a break?
Griffin. The griffin... The griffin will do it.
Alright. What do you guys think? Go find us a douchebag to kill?
That sounds ideal, yes.
Alright, let's go find a douchebag to kill. All aboard. This time I'm on the ring. I'm pissed right now. And I look over at Mirth and I'll be like, we're still having that talk later.
Yes, my lord. Yes, yeah. You have the reins for you. Oh god, I hate being alone.
You already got off the griffin, remember, to go find potions.
Yes, I know. I hand you the reins in any case because I want you to ride the griffin.
It's all 3 of you, right? All 3 of you going on the
go.
griffin?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's gonna work well.
So, the griffin is going to try to fly to navigate through the storm.
I have no armor.
But I tell him to be careful and not take too many risks.
Actually, like Myr and I have no armor. Like we're very, very light.
Alright, so I need you guys to, I need Lothrelian, since you have the reins. You're going to roll me 3 survival checks. You guys should have armor. You guys, of course, have armor.
No, as in, like, we don't have actual armor. We just have mage armor and braces of defense and stuff.
Do I get advantage since both the griffin and myself have keen senses? It does. Or no, that's perception, but still. Just a thought.
Let's see. What's your perception modifier? You have a +7. Okay, so I'll let you roll the survival checks with proficiency. So give yourself a +7 to it total.
Small one.
So 3 of them.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Did
As you
the
begin to
owl ever
progress
come
up
back?
the mountain, did the owl ever come back to you? Yeah, the owl made it back.
Alrighty, I'll have it like fly a bit closer to the actual mountainside and skirt around and like keep ahead.
Okay, so this is hazardous going. The wind is swirling around you. It's pushing you all over the place. Only because of your expert navigation, Lothrelian, are you able to manage to navigate the course. The air currents are blustering back and forth. Lightning strikes all around you. At one point, though, the griffin does take basically like static damage of as a current of electric a lightning blast into a cliff face right next to you, spraying you guys with boulders. The griffin does take noticeable damage from the attack. Let's see here.
Can I quicken a blade ward against that?
It's a lightning strike. It's unpredictable, and this is the one the only strike that you guys didn't notice was coming.
Oh no, I didn't
Unless
mean
it's
the
a reaction.
No, I meant just from the chunks flying out, not the lightning itself.
Oh, okay, sure.
Because it does give resistance to bludgeoning. If I could
Sure.
just quicken a blade ward onto him.
Oh no, the blade ward itself, you can't put it on other people.
Oh no, you can't. Never mind. It's just self. Never mind. Sorry.
All right. The griffin does stumble, gets struck in several places, and is wounded. But it continues to make its climb, and after, like I said, it's slow going. But after at least 15 minutes navigating through the air, you've landed close enough to the peak of the mountaintop that it wouldn't be wise to fly much further. The storm is really intense up here. It looks to be growing more and more intense the further north you go.
I will, once we land, I will, let's see here, I will thank him for his loyal service and tell him he can take a break, and I will speak the command word, turning him back into a statue, and he can't be used again for 5 days.
Okay.
Do we have any line of sight upwards?
You guys landed in, let's see here. Is there a way to clear the whole drawing? Yes, okay.
Wait, we lost Edith.
Easier.
There he is.
I think.
Oh no, he just popped out of Discord.
Yeah, I was trying to click on the Discord and accidentally clicked the update button when I was just trying to bring the window to the front on my monitor. Sorry about that.
This is the top of the mountain. And you guys landed right about down there.
Do I see anything with my super perception?
Yeah. So you guys look out and it's very stormy up here. It's like I said, the further up you went, the worse the storm got. The more violent it became, the windier and the colder it became. Swirling all around you. You look up, and the sky is basically black. The swirl, and you only realize that it's thunderclouds. Like it's basically like early afternoon time-wise, but the sky is basically black. This roiling storm is just pouring everywhere. Lightning is just crashing all around you. Up above you, it's this blackened sky. And looking down, since you're so high on the mountain now, you can see that the storm is beginning to spread. As far as the eye can see, and lightning strikes are beginning to strike down, and it almost looks like it's being directed in the direction that you came from, towards the camp, at least the place where where the battle was, and where you know that your army was stationed. Lightning begins to be concentrated in that area. You guys are approaching this this mountaintop, and there is a strange stone pedestal in front of you. So I drew it on the map there, and around it are a few more hobgoblins.
Mirith.
It's Mirth, but yes, my lord.
Myr. It's Myr. Myr.
Do not
M-Y-R-R-H.
Do not resist and destroy my enemies. And I polymorph her.
Wait, but, before you... Oh, yeah, after you do that, I'll be like, and hold on! As I cast invisibility on all three of us. So we can approach.
I need to be able to see her to cast polymorph on her,
that's
so
right,
hold on.
after.
Okay. I'll polymorph her into a giant ape.
There's a few more hobgoblins and this guy.
Because I don't think you can beat the 76 plus 6 rock smash that the giant ape has.
Giant ape.
Yeah.
And you are invisible until you hit something.
157 hit points, 2 fist attacks that do 3d10 plus 6, or a rock attack that does 76 plus 6. They're one of the nastiest beast polymorphs.
Okay. I don't think I have a monkey. Oh, I do have an ape. There we go.
The giant ape should be in the regular
There we
DMG.
go. Yeah, but it doesn't have a token.
Oh,
There.
gotcha.
I have a
Oh, there
token. There we go.
that. Because they are huge.
Alright.
Yeah, as he cast it, I turn as invisible, so she's not so much of an eyesore. Not that she wasn't before, but now nobody can see her.
Destroy my enemies, kickle me.
Alright, you guys go invisible. What do you do?
She does what I commanded her to do. Destroy my enemies.
Well, polymorph doesn't give you control of her, but she is in love with you, so that might help.
Wait, is she in love with me? Or is she just like the staunch bodyguard?
Well, Radthorn is not going to say a word because, there has been this thing between her and Myr where, she's afraid
Y'all can have
Myr is going to hit her off
I'm sure
the cliff.
Lothrelian would find it very entertaining.
Sorry, I'm just going to pick up a fucking rock and throw it.
You're invisible. You guys are invisible right now.
Yeah, so I'm just going to follow orders. I'm going to pick up a rock and throw it.
I'm going to stand over here.
Oh, hold on. Let me apply this to the ape. Or just do it with advantage.
Hit.
Ooh. Damn.
Okay.
I'm going to use my movement to monkey my way up there.
Alright.
Let's see. Have you seen Planet of the Apes, motherfuckers? And then
I
roll
need to
initiative?
mark that off, sorry.
Roll initiative.
I should have tweened that and polymorphed both of them into giant apes. Damn. Hindsight.
I would have gone, no thank you, my lord. No thank you.
You would have followed orders.
No. I still have my...
Hobgoblin. Targets ape. Fires with longbow. Hits the ape. Lothrelian, you're up.
I rolled a dex check. I think I got 19.
I am just going to I'm gonna hold a firebolt. No, because that'll break the will holding a spell break?
Yeah, when you cast a spell and you're holding it, it'll break it.
Oh, okay. Then I will I'll just chill. Homegirl's got this.
Alright, you're doing nothing?
Nope, I'm doing nothing.
You're invisible. Alright.
Well, actually, I
Captain.
will move because I just realized I was like right next to an edge, so I will move over here.
captain is going to bark out some orders and goes charging at the monkey, ripping his greatsword out of his sheath, and he goes swinging at the monkey. He gets 2 attacks. Hit. Slashing into the monkey, and like you said, he barks out commands to his allies. Monkey's turn again. Oh, actually, wait. Mur's turn goes on 60. Yeah, so I'll say that the monkey goes on 12 with you. So it's this hobgoblin's turn. This hobgoblin comes rushing up, targets the monkey. With advantage. Let me just see if I get 20. I do get a 20. All right, so there's a 20.
Oh my god.
4 and adds a d4 because of the advantage. Okay, 6 more to the monkey. All right, next one comes up. Knocks the monkey. 2 advantage. Longsword attack. Hits. Okay, now your turn, monkey.
Monkey smash.
You've never had bigger balls than you will at this moment.
Monkey no smash.
Alright.
Wow.
Hobgoblin 3 is going to rush around here. He's going to shoot at you with a longbow. They're going wild, trying to figure out how a giant monkey got up here and why he's attacking. You hear them chattering back and forth in Goblin. Radthorn, you understand it for sure. Wondering why, where the Cyclops is, how they let this monkey get past. Alright? So, Radthorn, it's your turn.
I'm going to move, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck is over here that everyone's going around. Everyone's congregated here, still invisible, so I dash up over, and I'm looking around like, what the fuck? And I'm doing it quietly, but I'm not stealthing, I'm dashing, but just looking around. Because I feel like the giant ape Mer has it covered. But yes, what exactly is going on? Are they protecting an entrance, or is there something up here worth, protecting? Where is Grarer?
Grarer is not there. You do see that the pedestal there has engraved on it some markings that you don't immediately understand.
I see. Okay, fine. And then I'll turn back towards them, getting ready to do something next turn.
Okay. Hobgoblins they continue to pile up on this monkey.
They're just monkeying around.
Lethralian, anything?
Let's see. 5, 10, 15. I'll move over here. Let's see here. You hit the one dude, the captain, in the face with a rock, right?
Giant ape murdered.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can. Ooh. Oh no, I don't have enough points for that. Yeah, I will. Let's see, how are you doing? Yeah, you're fine. Alright, I will just move. I'm just holding the concentration on the polymorph.
Okay. These creatures are going to continue to attack the monkey. Advantage hits. With a d4 damage because of the command. There's 4 more to the monkey. Man, this thing's got a lot of hit points.
Yeah, that's why it's the best of the low-end polymorphs.
misses. Monkey's turn.
Monkey try to smash again.
I like monkey try. Does monkey do monkey done?
That's a lot of fucking damage.
Yeah, slamming your fists into the guy.
Oh! I think he's gonna be a pancake now. Damn!
Nice.
A monkey smash.
Alright.
Monkey smash.
Alright, splatter his face into the stone earth.
I'm gonna stay here.
Alright. The goblins are a bit panicked seeing their commander just get splattered. This one, he's close enough to you, he's gonna keep attacking.
Isn't he like 20, 30 feet away?
Oh. Yeah, he'll shoot an arrow. Right there on your turn.
Alrighty, I am gonna go behind this weird pillar. I will cast Gust, at which point I will be visible again, and I'm gonna try to throw Hobgoblin 3 off the cliff.
Okay.
Yay! Okay.
He gets punted off the edge of the cliff.
And I call out to them in Goblin, do you want to surrender or do you want to join your companion, as I point to that one? Because the ape can throw really well. And that's my turn.
Okay. This guy is gonna look and keep attacking. Yeah, he rolled a 15 on his check. So he's going to $13 hits the ape. Lethrelian's turn.
Literally, I have like no. How much?
Oh, the invisibility dropped when I cast my spell, so yeah.
Yep, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna move up here, and I am going to spend 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna tween dominate person. And this dude failed. Why is my DC only 8? The
Because
hell?
you might need to switch it out.
This is DC 18, is what it says.
Oh, okay. There's just something wrong with the. Oh, I think it's because I shrunk the sheet. Oh. They both fail, and I will mentally command these two to pick up their friend and throw him off the cliff.
Number 2 and number 1.
I'm not a monkey anymore.
Yes, you are no
Yep.
longer a monkey.
Okay. Okay. That's your turn. Number 4 is the only one who's not dominated. He looks around, he looks at his friend's eyes, he looks at Mur's eyes, he says, oh, hells no, and starts to run this way. The other 2 chase him. Go ahead and, Lethrelian, go ahead and roll me 2, just roll 2 d20s.
Okay.
Okay, so he gets away from those 2. They can't chase, they can't track, they don't, they're not able to keep up with him. He's a bit faster. And these groups of hobgoblins just go charging off in this direction.
Okay. I will tell him to if I don't hear the screams of bloody murder within like 10 seconds, I will tell them to come back.
Okay. Alright.
And then I will command them to tell her, whoever can understand Goblin between the 2 of these, to tell us what this thing is.
Okay. Alright, so it's
And
dark and
so
stormy, it's cloudy.
We have a minute.
Yeah. So eventually, you see one of them come back. The other one, you have no idea where he is.
Do I still have a link with him?
If you could see him,
It just creates the charm creates a telepathic link.
yeah. So you can communicate to them, right? I don't know if they can communicate to you.
No, I don't think they can. I'm just saying, has the link been broken to the second one?
Yeah,
To
he's
one.
gone. He's gone.
Okay, so because I would be aware if I was no longer charming him.
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay, so this one I will have him really quickly. I will have him stand up here behind the pillar next to the edge and explain to her what this thing is.
All right, so Radthorn, this hobgoblin comes up to you. It's this mangy, humanoid creature. They're about the same size as elves, but with more muscle mass. The fur is is pretty aggressive on them. Their teeth and their foreheads are bigger, a little bit more ape-like.
I sidestep to the other side of the pillar, and I'm like, "You can tell me from that side." And Goblin.
You see him come up to you, and he's lurching back and forth. He says, "Oh, it is seeking glory, seeking for great power, great magic. Found source of great power, older than stories."
I'm counting the seconds.
Yeah.
When we get to 50, I'm going to tell him to close his eyes and walk backwards till his legs carry him no further.
From time long past, Guerrilla come here with men and other captains, and leave us to fight. Keep elves, keep nasty elves from finding him.
Where'd he go?
Guerrilla use stone to go to sky.
Oh, it's a transportation device. I see. How did he activate it?
He says, Guerrilla knows how.
Do you know what Drew knows about how to activate it? Did you see him activating this thing?
Guerrilla touches stone, and at this point he's been walking backwards because of Lithralian's command, and he drops off the edge.
No! God damn it!
I'll wrestle over to the edge. Can I see him falling?
Yeah.
Fireball.
I'm gonna cast the Layman's Tiny Hut if people want to rest, and then I'm going to comprehend languages this stone pillar to see if I can understand something about.
Okay. Alright, you make a tiny hut.
Was that an enjoyable experience, Meredith?
I prefer to have my own body, but
It's a pretty
It was
durable
fun.
form, though, isn't it?
it was fun.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how long it takes to read or decipher this, but in the meantime, if people are short resting,
Can I tell what language it's in?
What languages do you
chance?
know?
I know Draconic, Elvish, and Sylvan Common. Oh, and I still have a choice. Hold on. Apparently I missed gaining a language at some point. Let me grab the language list here real quick so don't say what it is. Where is... I have a pretty good set that I get when I pick elves. Primordial.
Okay. The top of the stone is broad and flat, and engraved on it, around it, are crude symbols. The symbols are indeed in primordial.
oh, score.
Yeah. So you see a single word. The symbols around it are spaced out, and they're basically the letters that form the single word around the top of this flat stone. It says,
I won't say anything about it because I know she was doing her magic-y thing.
Oh no! If I could read it, then I don't have to do comprehend languages.
Yeah, you read primordial
I
as well.
just nod towards you.
Okay.
Yeah, I just nod towards you.
Yeah, because you know that I speak. I can read primordial too.
Exactly. I don't bother translating to Mer.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Did you want a short rest? I mean, I spent 10
Mer.
minutes making my hut.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we can take a rest.
What kind of rest are you guys taking?
Just
Probably
a
just-
short one, too.
Okay.
Because I think Mer might need it as well for Keen.
Short rest.
Perfect. I will use Arcane Recovery.
So wait, max on the one-hit die.
So inside the hut, you know, you're immune from all the swirling winds and lightning strikes around you. You can see outside though, and you can even hear some of the crackling thunder and the violent tempest that just seems to be just ever more increasing in intensity. It is definitely looking unnatural now.
Alrighty. Yeah, and once people are ready, I will try to trigger this. Oh, I will cast Identify to see if there's a way to actually activate this. If there's a magic.
No, you will not,
No? What?
because you have to touch it to cast Identify.
So.
Pretty sure that's probably what activates it, and we don't want you to go disappearing without being ready.
Good point. Okay, fine.
That is the one downside to the Identify spell, and I have so much fun with cursed items in my campaigns when mages go to Identify. Yep, you have to maintain contact with it the entire time you're casting the spell.
Yeah, that won't work out too well. Alrighty, so yeah, that's just.
And I will lose a third and a. Actually, no, not a third. I will give up 2 first level slots and a second level slot. Or no. Yeah. To get back 4 sorcery points.
Okay.
And then I will spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get back a 5th level spell slot.
Okay. Anything else?
Before touching it at the end of short rest, I will cast Invisibility and Mirth, and she'll be our eyes and ears again. And that'll be level 2. And
Would you like to be an ape again?
I feel like stealth
No,
might be a
thank you.
thing. And then I'll touch that and see Ascend in Primordial as I touch the I will loop arms with Lothrelian. I will move around to Lothrelian.
We should well, since you cast invisibility on Mir, you should let her go first.
I
Because we'd be
told that
visible.
she speaks Primordial.
You can tell her what to say.
Oh, fine. Okay. Yes, Mirth, my lord has decreed that you will go first. Please pronounce it like this, and I say it like Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Okay.
And then we loop arms.
Myrrh, as you touch the stone itself, it feels cool to the touch, and as you pronounce the word ascend in primordial, it's like you feel inside out for a moment, like your feet are above you and below you at the same time. The world shrinks beneath you, but the bite of the raindrops in your flesh makes you realize that you're flying quite rapidly. The dark menacing clouds overhead suddenly seem around you and above you and below you. Then in an instant, it's over. You break through the clouds and are reminded of what the sun feels like for the first time since you began this trek earlier this day. But you find yourself flying faster and faster, higher and higher, until suddenly you see a beautiful building built of glass and silver floating on a cloud in the distance. Whatever force is propelling you is taking you to it.
Okay.
It is.
Am I by myself?
No, you are linked arms with the rest of them, so it brought all
Okay.
of you. in that direction. So by this time, it is actually evening, and this is what you guys are flying towards.
Sick. It's gonna be my new palace.
It's like a lighthouse, or like, you know, like the front of a truck with those lights.
Citadel.
You must have some weird trucks in Canada.
The fantasy type of truck.
Yeah, like the truck from a horror, like the semi from a horror movie.
Yeah, felt like a train.
That a mouth opens up and eats cars and shit.
I remember a middle school horror novel like that. Oh, those are the days.
Okay. As you approach, you're gently deposited into a large open central structure. The set of structures you're propelled towards you are as strange as they are beautiful. Ornate buildings rising from the clouds, gleaming in the unblemished sunlight. They twinkle like silver and diamond jewels floating in the sky. The magical force sets you down in the central building through its open ceiling, setting you softly on the ground at its middle on a raised dais. Domed archways lead outside its walls to the other buildings beyond. 4 of them, one to the north, south, east, and west. Their open paths allow the cloud to leak into this place, forming a hazy ring around its perimeter.
Mir, would you be so kind?
I message Mir and tell her to go forth, and tell us what the heck's going on.
You can't message her because you can't see her.
I don't need to see for a message if I'm familiar with the person.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I go, but I'm flipping her off as I'm going because she can't see me.
I have no idea.
Alright, so you guys are now in the center of this building, and you're on a raised dais. It's actually a real circle, a perfect circle, and it's, you know, can't really draw it.
Yeah, I'll give you an outline.
There. It's kind of like this.
Oh, sick.
Are there any sigils or things on it, and are there any like footprints? Those are 2 questions I'll actually ask
Are there any
about.
douchebags preparing for their demise nearby?
Like I said, the clouds leak in through the edges of through the open doorways. So there's a doorway there, and there. The clouds leaking through it. Myrrh, as you step forward on the dais, off the dais, so you guys are kind of elevated, but you make your way to the edge and you kind of step off of it. It feels weird. The inside of this place is kind of like the inside of a dream. The structure is open and airy, but there's a stone firm beneath your feet. And just as you're taking in the beauty and extravagance, you hear a voice in this room that you're in. It sounds like it's only a few feet in front of you. Its inflection is warm, although a bit foreign, carrying, you know, and you can't quite tell if it's a male or female voice. It's like the wind itself is talking to you. It says, "Warm breezes, you who come from below, I welcome you to the high squall apex. I find your languages intriguing, although I fear none of them properly translates my name. For now, please call me Stratus. I would be most grateful to know your names as well, so I may inform the voice of the storm."
I will.
Do I hear this?
You all hear it.
All of us? Okay. I'll say, my name is Mir, but sometimes people call me Mirth.
I look towards Lothrelian. Should we answer the voice in our head?
I am a High Lord and Prince of wherever the hell we're from.
Ascaria.
Lothrelian. Yeah.
I am the Lady Redthorn. What is the name of the voice of the stars, by the way?
Stratus.
Is it Greer?
Oh, Greer, yeah.
Because like Stratus is going to be telling the voice of the stars who we were. So
The voice
I'm
of the storm,
suspicious that. Yeah, I'm worried that the voice of storm is Greer or Greer. So I asked that. But yes, I am Lady Redthorn.
I ask, by what nature do you come to exist?
The voice says to you, I am the keeper of this sanctum, of High Squall Apex itself. This place was created very long ago by the Olek. I am a result of its creation. I was made to serve the voice of the storm. By count of the current light cycle, the High Squall Apex is 5,847,625 cycles old. The voice of the storm commands the clouds, the winds, and the air itself. From the pinnacle of this citadel, you can see the cloud it rests upon if you look up. The title is currently held by one creature, Garia Rutbane, previously a surface-dwelling humanoid much like yourself.
I have a question. Would you mind terribly if I unseat this gentleman by removing his head from his shoulders? Would you have any problem with that?
I mean, can we challenge him for his position as voice of storm?
The voice of the storm is a role assigned to those who desire it and who are available to take up the mantle. If the voice of the storm were to no longer exist, another that is deemed fit would be offered the title.
Okay, let me rephrase my question. Should I desire to remove his head from his shoulders, would you do anything to interfere?
I am an aide. I am set to maintain and run the operations of these facilities.
What is the responsibility?
I am under the command of the voice of the storm. However, if you attempted to injure the voice of the storm, the Guardian would find objection.
But you wouldn't.
Who is the Guardian?
Each voice of the storm is served by a Guardian, although there has not been a voice of the storm in some time now. Now that a new voice of the storm serves, a Guardian will inevitably awaken to protect this place.
But has it awoken yet?
Indeed it has.
Cool. Could you please direct us to wherever the new leader voice of the storm is? Please.
The voice of the storm sits atop the pinnacle.
Could you do me a kindness?
Yes.
As we have come to grace him with our lordly royal presence, I would prefer that it be a surprise and you not pre-announce, because you know it's a rather special occasion for royalty to come and visit you, and we would like it to be a surprise.
Unable to comply. This one serves the voice of the storm.
Okay, so will you tell the voice of the storm I'm coming to remove his head from his shoulders? Thank you. Have a nice day.
You will be unable to. Only the voice of the storm may fly to the pinnacle.
Could you direct us to the Guardian at least? Where would the Guardian be located?
The Guardian is currently in transit to this location. It will be...
Sweet.
Yeah, and there's a pause. You hear some slight clicking. Approximately 3 hours before its arrival.
Oh, good God. I don't want to wait that long. Can you get it here faster so I can smash it?
Unable to comply.
Oh, you are useless. Okay, can you tell us which one of these doors we have to go out to expedite our encounter with the Guardian?
What are you called again?
Stratus.
Stratus, yes. Do you have a particular protocol in place or procedure in place where your voice of the storm would be summoned to this area if those procedures were followed?
Negative. The voice of the storm acts under his own volition. This one seeks to serve the voice of the storm.
What are your moral obligations?
Question not understood.
I don't think it has morals.
So you're totally okay with some evil, sadistic bastard bent on murdering children being in control of you?
The voice of the storm chooses to do whatever the voice chooses.
I think it is a construct, my
I know.
lord.
I know. I have a question for you.
This one is pleased to serve.
Where is it? You guys can do your thing.
Oh,
While
okay.
I look for this real quick.
You mentioned that we are unable to get to the voice of the storm because no one can get to that particular location if they're not the voice of the storm?
Indeed, only the voice of the storm may fly to the pinnacle. Others will find the trip cut short quite quickly by the powerful ward that protects it. However, the Silver Crest once served the voice's servants and could take you there unimpeded. It has since been divided into two halves, each half resting in the vaults currently located to the northeast and the southwest. If you bring each half here, you would be able to regain its services.
I look in the direction of where Mer used to be, since I'm not sure whether she's still there, and I'm like, Mer, northeast, southwest, shall we make a move?
I'm already going northeast.
Alrighty, I'm like, Mer, and I walk blindly going, Mer? Lothrelian, my lord, where did Mer go?
To do what Mer does. I'm like deep in contemplation at the moment.
Oh,
Right.
Mer, do you see where you're going, or are you just walking there?
I'm just gonna go check it out.
So there's 4 doors. Are you just looking and staying in the room, or are we going to? There's a door to the north, to the east, to the south, to the west.
But it's in northeast, right? So that's
Correct.
That's this one here.
That's not a door.
I'm gonna check this
Oh.
place out. What do you want me to? Should I roll like investigation? Maybe there's like a hidden.
Like, where are the doors to these vaults? I will ask
So-
Stratus.
There's a door here. I drew on the map the doors.
If so, northeast would be one of these to the north and the east, or which one?
There's a door to the north and to the east.
Which one is it?
I asked the
Stratus?
little construct thing if it's capable of mathematical computation.
Indeed, this one is. To journey to the
Can
first.
you please?
Okay, go
Can
on.
you please calculate this equation? The 2's are in superscript. And I write it out on a piece of parchment and ask it to calculate this equation.
Okay.
It will never do another thing as long as it exists.
Okay. It begins to look at the.
Does it
If it begins calculating it, it will never stop.
Does it have a break in place, like programming break for like infinite loop cycles?
It's an infinite loop. It will never
No, that's
stop.
what I'm saying. Like, has it been programmed for infinite loop cycles? This
I don't know.
construct.
It's worth a try.
It looks at the inscriptions you've written in front of it. It says, "Beginning to compute. Stand by."
Please let me know when you finish. Alright, so we go find this guardian.
It'll be here in 3 hours. In the meantime, we could actually just find the 2 halves of the vault.
Oh, if
my
we only
lord.
had 4 hours.
I don't get it.
Because that's how long it takes elves to take long rests.
Oh,
Oh, 8 hours.
No,
They
you
can
stopped
sleep.
to do 8
No,
hours.
No, they get the meditation, so they only have
Yeah,
to.
no,
It's only 4
but-
hours.
You still need to take 8
You
hours.
only meditate 4 hours, but you have to rest for 8.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
You just don't have to be asleep for the whole 8.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, never mind then.
And I'm hoping that perhaps by the time it gets here, we've already gotten to the voice of the storm. If we can get those 2 halves from the vaults that are northeast and southwest. And I was going to ask her which one it was, my lord, but at this point I think she is busy, and so we have to check all 4. And I give my lord the eye.
That's good.
Which one would you suggest?
I message Mur going, Mur, which direction are you going? North, east, south, west?
Let's try north first. Or how about I go north, you go east?
Let us not split the party.
Going north?
I will follow up behind northward. But Mur, it's up to you whether you then decide to go east.
No, let's go north.
Okay. You guys walk out through the outside the basically the building ends right there, and as you step out, you find yourself walking across clouds. The clouds, however, in this in front of you are solidified, and you can see that they're shaped slightly differently. There's a different texture to these clouds, and as your eyes get accustomed to it, and you guys have dark vision since you're elves, you can see it almost forms a pathway this high up, and you guys are impossibly high, and you've never even heard tales of anything like this before. A sky citadel, not in the annals of your ancestors, not in the tales and lores of the people of the other races that you've traded with and communicated with, not even in the writings of the wizards in the nation all the way to the west. Have you even heard of anything like this? And looking around, this structure predates this eon, and possibly the one before. This is from a time long ago, this structure, and it seems to have been hidden away, untouched by the chaos that existed in this world for tens of thousands of years prior.
Mur, do you see anything invisible on the ethereal plane beyond your dark vision?
Hold on, let me ask the DM.
Can you look into the ethereal? Wow.
Yeah, that's the Robe of Stars, so yeah. So 120 dark vision, and then invisibility and ethereal.
Okay, so what you see with your Robe of Eyes are just streams of power, just echoing. And, you can't see them in the normal realm, but like currents of energy and force just flowing through this area, all wrapping in and out of the citadel, and spiraling up to the pinnacle above you.
I describe it.
Does this look safe? And I'm like, touching the clouds, tapping them with my foot, so like checking the water if it's cold.
It's pretty solid. It's a bit if a bit squishy.
Did you fall through, Mur? Are you okay?
I'm okay.
My lord, it's safe to go forth.
Okay. You first.
You guys venture out into the clouds, and you can see that they wrap around to a separate structure. A structure, about 100 yards away. It's a large building to the northeast of where you are. The pathway kind of loops around and curves to the right. The grand building opens first to a small alcove. As you guys walk there, and you arrive at the building, it opens first to a small alcove which houses a pair of statues, each sculpted to appear as a creature that is half cloud and half human. A much larger area is visible beyond here, where a handful of hobgoblins have their attention centered on something in the back of the chamber. Great metal devices are stationed on the left and on the right sides of the room. Each consists of 3 metal spheres placed in a triangle and mounted on a dais about 7 feet in diameter and 5 feet high. Sparks of lightning crackle and dance in the center of the triangle between the spheres.
What do you think?
So the hobgoblins are inside this triangle, or they're looking at this triangle?
Yes, their eyes are focused on it.
Like they're dazed and confused or hypnotized, or just trying to figure it out?
They're trying to figure it out. That's what it looks like.
Is any of them Lord Douchebag?
No, you would recognize him, but you do see this guy in the middle.
Do I recognize him?
No, but he's obviously, by the way, he's barking out orders. He is the commander of this particular group.
I will message Mur and be like, do you want to stun him and take him out while you're invisible?
I can see them, right?
Yes, you guys can. You guys are still...
How many are there?
Okay, hold on a second here. Let me draw this. So I'm going to clear this this old drawing. This parchment is kind of handy. It's kind of like having a battle map on and when you're playing in real life.
I know, right?
Dude, I took that from you like the first time I saw you use it. I started using it the next day.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
When I used to do tabletop, I had me one of these parchment type battle maps, and I bought me like a 1/8 inch thick piece of plexiglass to put over the top of it to draw on.
It's pretty good. Alright, so here's the room. And you guys are like in an alcove right here that you guys have stepped into. Okay. Around the room are these objects. 1, 2. Alright. And we're gonna we'll end it right here so you guys don't we can pick it up next week.
Alright.
There is another alcove that you can see on this end.
Okay, I'm putting in brackets, Mur is invisible so that way I remember next time.
Okay. Alright. So we'll pick up here next week as you guys are walking into this other room. The hobgoblins, as of yet, have not noticed you.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Cool.
Okay, guys.
I like that. I like that idea for dealing with it. I'm gonna have to remember this. It's an interesting idea for being able to run the session without actually advancing the main story's timeline. I dig it. It's a really cool idea doing it that way.
Yeah. Well, there will be implications. So basically, what Befinzor has told you is that right now you're observing this, right? You're observing what happened in the past. Lothrelian in his youth when he discovered the Sky Citadel. And he will give you one chance to interact with this world. And he'll tell you when that moment is.
Oh, he is so never letting that douchebag be a diplomat. Never.
And you guys will see what the choice, because Lothrelian in the course of history made a certain choice. Right?
I see. Okay.
And Befinzor is bringing you to the point where he made that choice, and he'll give you one chance to influence the choice.
And I have a.
Or
what?
will he be MIA? Damon.
He'll be back next week probably. I don't know. He said he'd be back next week.
All right.
I have a guess as to what Lothrelian's poor choice was.
I have a guess that he will find Deimos inside the vault, probably.
If I was to hazard a guess, given that this is something that could help save them, my hazarded guess would be that thing down on the ground. Lothrelian destroyed it.
I have a feeling that like Lothrelian doomed everybody by one action, but it's okay. But yeah, see y'all next week, guys. It was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Okay.
Yep. Later, guys.
Later,
Catch you guys next week.
Night night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was a lot of fun.
Take care.